We are. We're not top of the league at the minute, but anyway, welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. Let's frigging go, okay? I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Robinho, Manchester United fan.
If I was a Brighton fan, I'll sing this. It's happened again. It's happened again. We won at the Emirates. It's happened again. I am here. I'm here. I was told February it was done. I was told it was finished. Let's go.
Okay, Robin, you're up later. Don't worry. I'm joined by Adrian, a Liverpool fan.
I listen. Forget about me. Forget about the pleasantries. Forget about the formalities. We all know why we're here tonight. Listen. If Liverpool score, we can announce it. That's fine. But let's address the matter at hand tonight. We all know why we're here.
I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Let's get into it because there's some people, there's some situations, there's some fans that have been calling other teams bottle jobs for a long time. There's some people that have been calling other managers bottle jobs for a long time. Tonight we dissect. Tonight we get into it. Tonight is going to be the greatest episode of Top 4 Podcast. Move on.
I'm joined by a fake Arsenal fan number one, David, an Arsenal fan apparently. Let's go. Let's go tonight. Let me tell you something, guys. Don't play with me, bruv, yeah? North Wheezy Peter's here today. Northwest Peter's here today. Come on, fake fan. Come forward. Talk to me.
Wait.
All right,
Oscar,
I'll move on.
Hold on.
No. Oscar, mute him. I'm joined by the second fake fan, Lola, in the stage. Come true, bro. Come true. What are you saying, Lola? What are we saying? Let's go.
Get it.
Let's go. Oscar, you know what time it is. Go get the comments rolling. Let's get this frigging show on the road.
Yes. Well, it's Monday, 8 p.m. We're live at Leicester versus Liverpool in that game, but I think we've got bigger fish to fry, shall I say, right here, right now. I'll breeze through these comments.
Bigger fish to fry.
Ember says, Oscar, make sure David's on tonight to absolutely rap Peter. Peter needs to hold corn tonight. Peter's here. David's here. We got it, yeah? Mirad said he's going to stand by Peter like Peter stood by Jesus. That is.
You see this brother right here? Yeah? A real guy, bro. That's a real guy, you know. That's a real guy,
you know. But what did Peter do, though? Did Peter deny him 3 times?
Wait there, AD, wait. Subjective scriptures, my friend. We're subjective in these seconds. This guy's got a born again Christian goalkeeper. He's going for this situation. Do me a favor.
Guys, there's more. C1 says David is going to cook man for 15 minutes. We aren't that guy, bruv. Taha, Peter, he said champions elect my ass. David says big up top 4. Murad says, good evening to the greatest football podcast to air. When you realise that those Arsenal fans who didn't think we'd win the league weren't being realistic, they just didn't want the hope to kill them. Wow.
Facto. Let's go.
Wow. Nathan's in the building. He says, hold tight those that have secured European football. Get out of here. Get out of here with that, Nathan.
Be specific, Nathan. Champions League. Be specific.
Get out of here.
Everyone else on this podcast hasn't got Champions League football yet. So let's be specific, my friend.
Everyone else on this podcast has Champions League trophy.
Yo, what's going on here?
At least come to the party, though. You can do, Oscar, we won leagues before you. What are we doing?
This podcast isn't going to finish tonight. Somebody's walking off.
No, wait. Do you hear me saying, oh, we won the league before you? What kind of nonsense is that? Oh, we won it first.
It's not even just one.
Get the hell out of here, man.
All right, I'm just gonna go through every new person, and then we can land where we need to land. Murad said, "Oh, Peter, I'm on the same wavelength. Drop points against Brentford, Brighton, and pick up a point against Chelsea. We can win the league." Peter says it's still on. Read the name, yeah? It's still on. We'll get into that later, though. We'll get into that later. Assad says, David here to rip Peter or RIP Peter. I don't know how he's trying to say that. Balotelli's 11-12 only promise this says we know why we're gathered here tonight. No time wasting. Let's get it cracking, please. No lacking. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh.
Where are we going first? I don't even know.
Oh no, we have to go back and put. Well, I'm actually not on the court. David, you start here.
Let's where do I even? Oh my gosh, Peter, talk to me, blood. Talk to me, cuz. What did you
Don't
watch
piss me
yesterday?
off. Wait, David. Let me be very clear. Let me be very Dowdy. Let me be very clear. Don't piss me off today. Don't call me. Don't ask me. Don't say talk to me. You was talking hot in WhatsApp. Oscar, get the screenshots. You was talking hot on WhatsApp. Don't say to me, Peter, what? Talk to me. Don't say, Peter, talk to me. Yeah? You're here, bruv. Come true, cuz. Yeah?
No,
the man there that see the beef kick off, yeah? And he says, oh, did you see me back it? You weren't in there, bruv. Come and talk to me, bruv. Let's go. Let's go.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, yeah? This is the guy who... But for no fault of my own, uninvite me to the parade. And
Are you sure? Are you sure? No fault of your own, bro. If you're gonna come to wait, Oscar, you're the judge here. I need you to put his hand on the Bible. Let him say things under oath, so he doesn't say lies.
Well,
he doesn't say lies.
The truth.
As the judge, I want to let David get his points across, and then you can rebuttal them after.
David, God is watching you. Don't lie.
Let me talk.
Don't lie.
Let me talk. Yeah. So since January,
I'm on the witness bench.
Since January, we've been top of the league. Yeah, Pete was like, okay, cool. We're top of the league. We're doing well. Blah blah blah. My thing was, fam, some way, somehow, we'll fumble this thing. Pete said, all this time against the game against Bournemouth, we scored last minute goal, last minute winner or whatever. March 4th. My guy goes, title done. I kept quiet, I kept stum. Now we got past international break. I said Liverpool, Etihad, Newcastle. Yeah, we drew against Liverpool. We fumbled the 2 results afterwards. West Ham, Southampton. Peter said we'll still win the league. At the same time saying, and he said, yo, you're not invited. Him and Murat said, hey, you're not invited to the parade, bruv, yeah? 2 dudes now. We get boxed by City. Couldn't find Peter, bruv. Couldn't find him. Next minute, we beat Newcastle, Chelsea. He's up here saying, we put pressure on. Now, once you're depending on Pickford to flip and get you a result, you know it's done, bruv. And then we come and do the nonsense we done. Jason Still, bruv, was taking the mick yesterday at Emirates, bruv. Taking the absolute piss, blood. Just in the game we watched yesterday, and his title is still, it's not over. It is done. Now you can give me as much smoke as you want. You uninvited me, and I kept quiet. I said, bro, you can't trust this team, bruv. And as I said in the group chat a few weeks ago, I may not be Alpha and Omega. I may not be beginning and end. You should have listened to me. I told you this would happen, but no. Now man's giving me smoke because I said I'm going to cook you for ripping me. Big man, there you go. I've finished. Your Honor, my opening statement has been made.
Peter, your response.
No, go to Lola. Go to Lola.
I said this will happen. I said this will happen. I said this is going to happen. I'm not. You came with me with so much smoke. I
came with the smoke. I'm gonna give him that 50 meme. Me, I came with the smoke.
I just want to say for those that are asking in the GC, I mean in the comments for me to reveal the screenshots, I can't even reveal them because majority of them were actually voice notes. It was mainly voice notes. I went back for the screenshot. It was mainly voice notes of David just screaming after every goal.
And one thing, let's get one thing straight, yeah? Even just talk about the game. I do not want to see Kivior back in this team ever in my life again, but I don't want to see him.
I thought Holding was the problem.
Big man. What did I say? No. Rob, hey, Oscar, what did I put in the chat? Oscar, Holding doesn't do what Kivior just done, bro.
Every time.
I told you, man, put some respect on his name, blood.
Every time Holding played this season, I couldn't stop hearing his name. I couldn't
No
stop
one has
hearing
gone
his
so
name.
He's
far.
still trash.
In-
I couldn't stop hearing his.
No
He's
one
still
has
bottom
gone
of the
so
barrel.
far.
He's still
This
bottom of the
season-
barrel, but he didn't
This
do
season,
that.
Peter,
you
Rob
don't do
Holding's
that.
got more coverage on this podcast than frigging Gabriel Martinelli.
Peter,
That's
did
not
he
true.
do? Has Holding ever
not
done?
That's
true.
true. I've got the archives. It's recorded.
Hold on.
I'm
Hold
the only
on.
one that's made sly digs about Holding. No one's
Hold
really.
You're the
on.
only one.
Hold
Who else?
on.
Chris has Holding.
Oscar,
Hold
I
on.
sat here on this podcast saying Holding
Nope.
is not the reason why we're losing these games.
Hold
I
on,
literally
fam.
sat here and said this.
Hold
Yeah.
on, fam.
And I
I
was
don't
Holding
give
was
a damn.
things.
Holding was
I
brought
don't
to the
He's an
centre.
awful defender. Awful.
I don't give a damn.
Hang
Have
on.
you
Wait,
ever
wait.
seen? Have you seen Holding do what Kivio did?
Have you seen
We're
all
defending. We're
Have you-
defending. We're defending, and he drops to the floor, blood. Are
You're
you
talking to
taking the
Holding's
mic,
lawyer
blood?
here. You're talking to Holding's lawyer here. You know that for
Move,
real.
man. I
know
don't
that
want
for
to
real.
see that.
I'm
I
still
hope you
taking
kept the
Kivio over
receipt. I hope you kept the receipt. Send him back where he came from, blood.
still
Absolute
taking Kivio
joke.
over- I'm still taking him over Holding every single day of the week.
Who?
I'm taking Kivio over Holding every single day of the week.
Okay. Or you can also join. You Lola, leave me out. You're talking nonsense.
Oh wow, now
You
so
join. You
Right,
also,
well,
you're not serious, man.
Peter said, let's get to Lola's opinion. So Lola, Brighton and Hove Albion come to your home and 3-0, and it's looking like the title race.
Now, Oscar. Don't do this, bruv.
What?
You told us in the group chat, Lola is here to cook me. She wants
I
to
didn't
join the
say that.
podcast
I was-
this
When did I
week.
say it? Wait, when did I say that?
Man, them back me, please. Oscar said even Lola wants to come on the pod this week.
Yeah. I
Okay,
didn't say
let's
to cook
go.
You.
Let's go.
I
What
didn't say I was
for?
gonna- Who said I was
I
gonna
didn't
cook?
say to cook
What
you.
for? What for then? What, we lose and then you want to jump on? Come true, bro. Let's.
Sorry, have I not been on this pod before? We've actually been well good.
Oh
as well?
no. Do you know what? Yeah. False flag. I actually did say to cook Peter.
Don't piss me off, bruv. Like I'm speaking Dutch, bruv.
No,
Like I'm out here speaking a foreign language. Lola, you know what? Yeah,
Oh,
you see
no,
your
no,
guy.
no,
You see
no,
your
no.
guy. You see your guy.
Someone-
Yeah,
someone-
on your-
someone is
Wait,
lying
wait,
here.
Robinho,
Someone is
wait
lying
there.
here.
Robinho, wait there. On your behalf, Lola, this guy
Someone is
said to
lying
me,
here. I saw
my
on
blood
WhatsApp.
brother, said to me, blood, yeah, that Lola wants to come on
Mhm.
this week to start
Mhm.
cooking, whipping the tit. I said, okay, let's go. You know what? Yeah. You know what?
Peter.
Since 4:30 Sunday,
Peter,
on Sunday,
Peter.
I've been holding licks, blood. No homo. I've been holding licks, blood. Yeah, yeah. About how I'm about to get roasted on a Monday night Raw thing. Yeah. Let's friggin' go.
Okay, before we
Peter,
do this, I'm gonna need like facts put on my name. Didn't do that, so don't do that to me.
Yeah, no. She that's my bad. I'll take that back. She didn't say
no
to
more.
cook Peter, but she did specifically ask to come on today.
No, yeah, I've been on because I'm curious because I think my whole thing has always been about the bottling thing, but that's for later. My opinion of this whole situation has been about the whole fact that I've made it. I think the one thing I've always stood down on was if we beat Liverpool, I will say with chest we win the league. That never happened. So every single time I came on the pod, I kept saying the same thing. If we beat Liverpool, I will say we didn't beat Liverpool, we drew. So then I kept saying, okay, let's see how the next games go. We then dropped points against West Ham from winning position. That's 2 back-to-back games. We then dropped points to Southampton, and then people were trying to make it seem like it's some kind of great thing because we came back to make it 3-3 when, like, we're not deep how bad it is if we went down in the first place. Then we got slapped by City. So that's like those run of game for me was annoying because it was like the pressure was very evidently getting to them, and it even got to them before even when we won against Palace and Leeds. You could see situations were shaky there as well, but we won it, so it was calm. And then the preceding situations happened afterwards. My whole thing was this: I don't like the narrative that they're trying to spin, that it's not a bottling or a choking or a whatever word you can find because they're young. That doesn't work. As far as I'm concerned, any team, I don't care if they're a crap team, the best team, whatever it is, if you are within the driving seat, if you are spent over 90% of the time of the season, number one, and you actively, not like someone else did it to you, you actively failed, actively dropped points, actively were poor, as well as dropping points, respectfully, you have bottled the position you were in. It's not nice, it's not fun. I think the word bottling scares people because it annoys people, but the fact of the matter is, if you look at the situation as a whole, outside of you, even if you weren't involved in it, this was a bottle job. It's crap as a whole. It doesn't mean like to get from fifth to second is good. No one's denying that aspect of the things, but we can't pretend that's not what happened. The ball didn't happen. And I'm looking at Arteta again. That's 3 times in a row where we have actively fallen at the last hurdle to get to something that was achievable. And if you messed it up, and I'm looking at it again every single time I look at it, I'm thinking, I don't understand his logic in some of the situations. It's like even like using the Brighton game for a thing. He switched up the tactics-ish, but didn't fully commit to it. What I mean by that is it was very clearly intentional to succeed possession to Brighton, right? But then he didn't fully, and it looked like we were trying to go direct and counter and go for a press and counter situation. But when I say he didn't fully commit to it, is that you don't do a press and counter and then not kind of do compact and pounce. We weren't compact and pounce. We just kind of didn't press up top. Well, we did press, but we didn't really kind of cover the midfield. It's like, in my opinion, if you're going to do that kind of situation, you don't start Jorginho. You put Partey in, you put Partey whatever in there, and see what happens. This, obviously, form-wise is different, but then you have to change up how you actually play it. And then when Martinelli got injured, you didn't do a like for like thing. You put Trossard there, who isn't the same outlet. I'm looking at these little things that add up into one big situation where it's like nicks added to a sense of just stupidity, and it's poor. And this is not situations of like what's his name? Mira was saying about this isn't Arsenal fans who didn't say we're going to win the league. Isn't about reality. It's like, no, it is. It's not because it's not about the hope that kills. It's based on what I see, what I've known, what I've seen under this manager. And this wasn't a situation of like, I did think we could win the league. I didn't say we would. I said it was possibility we could win it depending on what happens. And what I saw was the manager and a bunch of players fall on the pressure. Because in my opinion, in the clutch part of this back end of the season, 2.5 players showed out. And for me, that was Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel the centre-back, and for like maybe like 50% of it, 40% of it, Odegaard. Everyone else decided to said, oh no, we can't handle this stuff, and then disappeared. And that's my issue with it. It was nonsense, it is. Second, it's almost like when Klopp's second was confirmed, they even further said, nah, we're done here. And that's what's annoying me the most about the situation. It was just poor from so many aspects of the situation. And it annoyed me when I saw Arteta bring on Reece Nelson and ESR, not because they're not good players, but because you refuse to use them properly throughout so many opportunities. You throw them in cold, and then what was meant to happen? Like what was meant to happen? And it's happened multiple times. You ignore these guys, and then you bring them in times when it makes no sense, and then you're shocked when things don't click. You've done this because you refuse to rotate. City have a whole thing where they rotate players consistently, and then you're shocked by the time it came to the clutch period of the season, they're all fresh. They were all on it. They were like, what's the word? The mentality monsters. But it's because they get rotated. Arsenal, specifically Arteta, refuses to do that. And it's like, here's what happened. So it's what it is. You get second hold it, but then it's a disappointment. It's a great season. It's a good season in the fact that he came from 5th to 2nd, but it can also be a disappointment, which is what it is to me. Oh, and still Bun Luigi, man. I don't like him now. I don't like him then. It's even more. The only thing I can say is that we didn't win the league, and I can't get a Chelsea fan saying, "Oh, Luigi won the league." But we lost it. He's not getting anything either.
Man, like George.
I don't like him in the slightest. I didn't like him. I don't like him.
Bruh, you sound like a Chelsea fan. You know. I guess now is the appropriate time. Pete, what are your thoughts, man? What are your feelings? Obviously, we've heard you throughout the season talk about Arsenal.
We got a few comments in just so that we don't lag behind.
To break cool. I'm long behind the comment.
You reckon we should just kick off?
Baraka's just arrived. He says, what up to the mandem and to the red bottle jobs of North London. Sorry, not sorry.
Baraka, man, you was cool till you said that. You was cool till you said that.
Baraka's very cool, man. Baraka's very cool. SW6 says Lola Defo did say that. I think that's when he was referring to you beating Liverpool. Mirad says this is Peter Reigns. Roman's Reigns reference. Lucky saying that
Peter Reigns champion. Calm.
Unlucky. By the way, Lucky, yeah, you're a fraud, blood. Yeah, you know why you're a fraud, fam. You know why you're a fraud, fam. Congratulations, but you're a fraud, blood. You know why, fam. Congratulations, anyway.
Massive congratulations from the top 4 family to Lucky. Nathan says, speak the truth, Lola. Only when everything else fails, he brings man on to do miracles.
To that point, yeah. Are the your Reece Nelsons, your ESRs, your Fabio Vieiras, are they good enough to make that difference?
No.
No, when I say hear me when I say yes, because I think when people think when I say these players, Reece Nelson, I didn't mention Fabio for a reason. I'm not particularly a fan of him, but I'll add him to this fine.
Because
When I say these players can be used, this is not me saying every player has to be City level, but they're definitely players that can and should be used. The whole point of this whole thing is if you decided to now tank off the Carabao Cup, tank off the FA Cup, tank off the Europa League, it means you have to use the entire squad you have to achieve the aim, which is clearly because you can lie and say we weren't meant to win the league, and we weren't at the start. But
I agree with that, you know.
Targets change. From January, you knew for a fact, okay, no, this league is a thing, and you decided to kind of look higgy everywhere else, and you're focused on the league. Calm, but then you can't be using the same 11, which means, in my opinion, ESR is good enough quality. Reece Nelson is good enough quality as a back, like reinforcement type of series. I'm not saying like they're starters or whatever. So I do think ESR is a starter, but that's a different conversation. But the quality they have is good enough to supplement certain situations. If things are going a bit laggy, when I'm seeing there are games when Arsenal are up, or things are starting to, we're up and things are looking a bit shaken, and a simple sub to kind of calm things or switch up so a bit more momentum in it. It never happens until it's way too late. And then when I'm in situations where there are games where Vieira starts and it's like, but why has he started? Has he actually had a good game? But when he scored a goal, goal does not equal a good performance. And that's one of the things that ESR proved the whole thing last season of what he can do. We threw him in against City when we were getting slapped. I didn't understand that in the slightest. There was plenty of other games where he could have come on, never happened. Reece Nelson, after the Bournemouth game, got treated like nothing. Did he even start after that? Did he even get a starting game after that? Martinelli was consistently subbed. When you look at the games where it's like the subs that to come off is Martinelli, and he's the best performer. And I love Saka so much, but there's been so many games where he should have been subbed or rotated out. But it was Martinelli getting that treatment, and it's a weird situation where it's like I think Saka's been on the bench once, and he still came on the game anyway. All the other subs is always Jesus, it's Odegaard, and it's Martinelli. When it's like, so you can rotate everyone else but him, but respectfully, he's the one that's like playing the worst. Like these certain things add up. If you're not going to rotate the squad, you will notice that by the tail end of the season, a lot of them aren't lasting as well as they should have. And it happened last season, happened the season before, and it consistently happens, and it's annoying. You've got these players that you can't just use 11. Use the squad, and he never does it until it's too late.
Pete, before we get to you, I just want to add a few more comments. Nathan said Arteta actually plays the backups without the starters, which is baffling. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Assad says Lola took on Fartinelli and ain't seen Dookie in time. That's an outrageous comment.
That's literally a freaking lie.
That's an he's the one player that has turned up in the running.
I'm so confused.
He literally turned up in the running. The game against Southampton, he bagged. The game against Liverpool, he bagged. So
I'm so confused with this. If you're gonna have an agenda, at least make it make sense. Like, if you were talking on Saka, even though I think he's still a sick player, I'd hear it. But Martinelli has actually been very good in this game, so that makes zero sense. It's just him being hater.
Nathan's called him a casual, so I think that's pretty accurate.
So many points have been made.
Lucky wants to know why he's a fraud. Maybe that's for. Maybe that's
Lucky, you know, innit? That's why I said congratulations, blood. You know, blood.
But Pete, man, we want to hear from you. It's been 24 minutes. Like,
first of all, that's a friggin' howler. That's a howler. That's a friggin' howler. First and foremost, okay. Now, listen, guys. Yeah, on the group chat, I need to listen. Top 4 listeners. Yeah, big up yourself because you've been with us all season. Yeah, you've been rooting for us. You've been supporting us. You've been giving us the banter. You know what I'm saying? On the group chat, guys, I was getting cooked like salmon, fam. I was getting rinsed, FM, yeah? Like man's friggin' target and maximum, yeah? I was getting rinsed, okay? Now, this is for the group chat massive. Let me get this straight, yeah? I'm getting cooked, what? For being a fan, for being a supporter, yeah? For thinking the title was done. No, wait, you told me to hold on when these two were talking. Robin, do me a favor, mute your friggin' mic. Hold on. Man, them wanted to give me the smoke, yeah? I was running, people were giving me, listen, man, you back me. Robin, there's receipts on the pod. There's a receipt. There's a receipt in that chat. There's a receipt in that chat. Certain man told me it's done. I saw that comment. I saw that comment. Yeah. Listen,
Hey, let
listen.
Pete come
Hey,
in.
mute,
Let him
blood,
go.
mute, cuz.
Hey,
Mute,
Robin,
cuz.
let him go.
You can't.
Robin.
You
Let
see these
him
Man
go.
United man. You see these Man United man them, yeah. Man them and gal them. You see these Man United man. They move to Upper Atleti and they become Interista fans all of a sudden. I don't want to hear it, blood. I don't want to hear it, blood. I don't want to hear it. You know what, Oscar? You see me, yeah? You see, no, wait. You see me, yeah. When my team was finishing 8th 2 years in a row,
Selective
guess what, blood?
hearing.
I was
You
here.
didn't even
I
let
was
me.
here, blood. I was here back in my. I was wearing these kind of
You
tops
didn't let
when my
me.
team was finishing
You
8th.
did not
I was
let me
wearing these tops.
finish.
I was wearing the retro.
You did not
You
let
man
me-
saw me in the
Peter,
in the Illuminous. You
Peter,
man saw me wearing the 94.
did you let
You
me
man saw me
JVC?
wearing the
finish?
2019 kit.
Hey,
Did
No,
you
no,
let
no,
me
Robin, hold that. Robin,
Hey,
hold that.
Robin.
Oscar said, Peter, let's go.
Hey, Robin,
Yeah?
let him land, bro.
Let
Let
me
him
press
land.
play,
And
blood.
I
I'm
literally
pressing
said,
play. I'm pressing play.
I back him because
I've
I was
seen
trying to do
all
it
of
on the
you,
WhatsApp.
man. Ernest,
When
where is
Peter
Ernest,
said I
bruv?
was trying to
Ernest
get
was
back on the
rinsing
WhatsApp,
Man FM, blood.
Nah,
Ernest was rinsing me.
and
Where
this
is
was
he, cuz?
cooking.
Where
Hey,
is
let,
he?
hey,
No, let me
let,
go. Let me go,
let
bruv.
Peter
Man,
land.
what's my
Hey,
man call me?
hey,
Peter Rains, blood. Let me go, bruv. Yeah,
let
let
him
me
go.
go.
Let him
Peter
go.
North
Reigns.
Wheezy Peter. Hashtag North Wheezy Peter. Don't play with me, blood. Yeah. What for thinking this title was done, blood? Because my team was what 7-8 points clear at the top of the league. Yeah.
Mhm.
What and they've been top of the league throughout the whole season. And I didn't expect them to lose friggin' what was it 12 points in 7 games. I didn't expect them to
Yes.
friggin' only win 9 points in 21 games. Okay, I didn't expect none of them. Sorry, out of 21 points, I didn't expect none of that. Man said that my team have bottled this season. Yeah, absolutely. Let me be very, 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 very clear, guys. The reason why you lot are calling it a bottle, do you know why? Because Arsenal should have won the league. Is that correct? I think that's
Yes.
correct. If you're gonna call it bottle, it's because we should have won the league. And guess what? When I think we should have won the league, that's why I stood tall and said, you know what, blood. After that, and guys, be friggin' accurate with me, blood. Yeah, don't tell me it was after Bournemouth. I said it's done. It was after Leicester.
No, Aston Villa.
It was after
Aston
Leicester.
Villa.
No, I
It
didn't
was
say
Aston Villa.
Villa. I didn't say Villa.
Yeah,
Leicester
that's what you told me.
City. Leicester
That's what you told
City.
me.
Go back on the archives. Leicester City, right? We beat Leicester City. It was the game after Villa. We beat Leicester City, but I said the way we performed was outrageous. I said this team's back. After the hurdle we had in January, yeah? I said this team is back, yeah? No one, don't lie to yourselves. No one saw Arsenal going 4 winless games in a row. No one saw it. Let's not do this. No, David, don't do that, bruv. Don't come bright after the event. What, after we slapped up, after we beat Thingy, after we beat Villa, after we beat Leicester, after we beat, I can't remember who was the other one, Leeds. We've given a few teams a little beating thing, yeah? Don't tell me you saw 4 games in a row we weren't winning, blood. Don't tell me you didn't see us not winning against West Ham, not winning against Southampton, because you're a liar if you think that. After we went to Anfield, moonwalking on them in the first half. Okay, a game is 90 minutes. Yeah, so we have to hold that L. At the end of the day, my team let me down. They let Mirad down because they knew full well that this title was over. It was done. It was done. Do you know why? Because we were cruising, blood. We were playing well, blood. We weren't out of form. We were scoring goals, playing. AD watched the rapage at Anfield in the first half. He watched it, blood. He watched it, blood. He watched it, blood. He watched his team get bent over, blood, because he knew us, man. I see Gabriel Jesus giving the no-look pass. I see Trossard giving a little back heel. Them man knew they were ready to get cooked. Arsenal were playing on top form, and I said to you lot, going to Anfield, I'm not scared because of the way we've been playing away from home. We were really, really good this season away from home, right? So man, want to come to me and tell me, like, you know what I'm saying? You're ready to go. Hey, Adrian, what's my man's name? David, where's your pan, blood? You said you were coming to cook me, blood. I don't see the grill. I don't see the grill. You know what I'm saying? You're a liar, Balotelli, bro. You're a liar, bro. You're a liar, fam. What's it called? You know what I'm saying? I'm back the same way. I'm literally like Mirad, yeah. We're back in this team till the end. The title is not done yet. It's not done. Yeah, it's not done for Man City. It's not over yet. So we're gonna go on. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna literally give it to them. Literally give it all the way. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for backing my team. Yeah, sorry for backing my. The reason I'm not inviting you, David, to the parade because you're not coming next year either. Yeah, the reason I'm not inviting you to the parade, the reason I'm not inviting you to the parade because you're like those 50,000 fans that walked out of the stadium. I saw Bear David's blood. I see Bear David's leave the stadium at the Emirates on Sunday. Wait, I haven't finished. I saw Bear. I see David 1, David 1, David block 19. I see David 24. I see all these Davids leaving the stadium. I said, get out of here, bro. Give your season ticket away. Give it to, because by the way, the people that left the Emirates Stadium, let's be very clear. When Dennis Undav scored that second goal for Brighton and they left the stadium, them man should never come back, blood. No cap. No cap, bro.
No,
Put
I
that
hear
on
that.
friggin' Arsenal.com.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. These men are
100%.
not allowed to be here. What? So
100%.
Arsenal, because AD, correct me if I'm wrong, blood. I heard the atmosphere at the Emirates is lit. I heard the man them are back in the team again. What?
That's
Based on just the
demoralizing.
results. just based on the results. So we
Back
get
your
slapped
team.
up, yeah. We get slapped up by Brighton, by the way. De Zerbi, yeah, killer gangster. Did you hear De Zerbi pre-match? Man said, "Hey, listen, after losing to who gets beat by Everton? 5 by Everton. Do you know what he said? He said, "Don't worry, the real Brighton's gonna turn up away at the Emirates."
Bad man.
Is he serious? Is he serious?
Bad
And the
man.
thing is, and guess what, guys? And guess what, guys? With that Italian chest, blood, man came and done the Mourinho on us, blood. Bad boy, yeah. Big up Brighton. I can't say nothing else. Big up Brighton on that, yeah. But listen, here's the thing: we mentally we fell short. It wasn't for the lack of talent. It wasn't for the lack of the squad depth. Because I'm not even buying that. Because even with the Saliba injury, people went to talk about the Saliba injury, right? But let's be very, very clear. We've been leaking goals all season. Leakage. Saliba or not, and in fact, you lot saw me on the podcast backing Gabriel over Saliba because I was hearing a lot of Gabriel slander, and people wanted to let Saliba slide. You know what I'm saying? Opening day of the season, I see man against Fulham, I see man against Leicester, I see man. There's been many games where we've leaked goals, even and that's the thing at home. Like the away games, I can forgive at home, bruv. Yeah,
home been horrendous. I think we're like
the home is the home stuff is it's unserious.
They're away.
100%, Lola, 100%. So you look at this team. I look at this team. I come out of the situation. I look at this team, bro. They're on what, 81 points or something like that. I think Leicester won the league with the 81 points. This team potentially could finish on 87 points, right? If it finished on 87 points, blood, it's got more points than the team that won the league in 89. It's got more points than the team that won the double in 98. Yeah, I think it matches the double team in 2002. Literally, and it beats the 91 team. So literally, the unbeaten team had more points than this team if Arsenal win the next 2 games. Only the unbeaten team has scored more points than Arsenal have this entire time. So at the end of the day, listen, it was an incredible season, but we shot ourselves in the frigging foot. Yeah, which means it shows to me, bro, we can match City. Yeah, don't let this be a one-off. Don't fall for it, guys. It's not a one-off. It's not a one-off. What Mikel has to do, and I trust him on this. Yeah, I'm not his biggest fan in the world, but I trust him on this. He will make the big decisions in the summer. He did them already. He's done them before. What he needs to work on is the game-to-game, in-game management situations when the wind starts blowing the other way. Because I look at the players and I think, you know what, guys? What are you doing to people like me and Mirad, where we're there backing your team, blood, and you're there just flopping the base? And the truth of the matter is, in that Brighton game, I don't know if you lot got caught the mood, but the way, like, it seemed like the Everton result earlier on is what kind of killed them, yeah? And then it was like, once the first goal went in, it was like, finally the tidal wave has come to take us away. Like, these players just hid after that first goal. Now, the first goal obviously was a bit, you know what I'm saying, we can call it sketchy, but my man Kivio, yeah, you need to stand up, blood. You need to stand up, yeah, because I see him sprinting straight afterwards. So he wasn't injured, isn't it? He wasn't really injured.
Absolutely pathetic.
Initially, I saw it. Yeah. I saw him get clipped, yeah, but I was thinking it must have been really bad if he stayed down. They saw the replay. I was like, respectfully, you got a small nick. You didn't get that. Wasn't enough for him to stay down.
Bro, not him. I'd rather him bang him in the chest. The shortest kid on the block scored a header again at the Emirates. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick to death of it.
Purely because you weren't standing. If you were literally standing, it doesn't happen.
Honestly, Lola, let me finish on this, yeah? For the others on the pod, yeah? For the other fans on the pod, yeah? One of you struggling to make the top 4 in the title challenge season you had this year, okay? The other one can't finish above Spurs and Man United. Wait, no, wait there. You can't finish above Spurs and Man United, yeah? Liverpool, Wagwan. And the other one can't even see the top half of the table. And they're coming for me, yeah? This Arsenal second place this season, right? It's not a Man United second place, by the way, guys. It's not a Jose Mourinho second place with Man United. It's not an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with Man United, okay? This is progression second place. It's not like a one-off. It's not stagnant. It's not like a little, you know what I'm saying? You man there, you can stay outside the club because your ticket cannot get you in, blood. It's not valid, fam. You feel me? Yeah? Take your criticism, yeah? Take your negativity. David, take your pessimism, shove it up your backsides, bro. Because the bottom line is, yes, we bottled it, right? We're going to have to take our licks. No word of a lie. Mirad knows this, yeah? If the title is gone, yeah? If the title is gone, we have to hold our licks and come back again, yeah? Next season. But don't piss me off, blood. Man told me they were coming to cook me, blood. Come bring your pans, blood. Because I've got the wok.
Let's go.
You get me? I've got the wok, blood. I've got the grill cars outside.
Can I go now?
I'm upstate New York. I've got the grill outside, cuz. Dear.
So
piss me off.
So when Peter says that I didn't back him, if we want to go back to the start of the podcast when Oscar said his own thing about Lola saying that. I said someone's lied
2-0
here.
Liverpool, by the way. 2-0 Liverpool. Curtis
Yeah, it's
Jones.
2-0 Liverpool.
Oh my gosh. Curtis
I
Jones
did say I was backing you because that's what
let's
Oscar did say. They said that you're coming to cook. So that's when I said I'm backing you, but you probably didn't hear me. So that's the first point. My point was very simple. Back in February, you told me this league was done. My response was very simple. Beat Liverpool, beat City, then I will concede. I will say the league is done. That's what's not happened. You told me also that it is impossible for City to go on a win run constantly. You said it's impossible for them to win every game at the end of the season. And that's when I was disappointed in you. You did tell us that you do not see City winning every single game until the end of the season. Right now, they're doing that. They've done it.
There's 3 games
As
to
you
go,
said,
Robin. I don't know if you know your
There's
maths.
still 3
There's
games.
3 games to go. They've played
Yes.
35. Yeah, there's still 3
And
games to go.
guess they're probably going to still win it all. And this is
But
why I
they
was
might
disappointed
not.
in you
I don't think they will.
because as a person that's been a fan of Pep, and you know what Pep has done before, this is when I was a bit confused, saying this is a City team that's done it before. They've come back from 8 points before when you said that's not going to happen. Guess what? They've done it again. And now they're on top. They've done it from 11 points. And I tried to warn you.
Robin,
that
keep it
this
a buck,
can
blood.
happen.
Keep it a buck, bro. Did you
I
see
am
us
keeping it a
losing more
buck.
points than Man City when you're talking about that time, yeah? That gap you're talking about.
It was
yeah?
a while ago. It was a while ago. And I told you.
And you said we're going to concede more points than Man City. Bearing in mind, the way Man City overtook us is because we had a disastrous 4 games in a row. Unthinkable, bruv.
But
unthinkable.
I said City can catch up. Did I not? Did I not
asked
also
you the
say?
question. You didn't answer it. I asked you the question. Would Arsenal lose more points than City? Would Arsenal lose more points than City in that time? You said yes.
That.
You said City.
I would easily believe that.
You said
I
yes.
did not say that because that's the question you're asking today. You're asking
no,
today.
I asked it then.
I
said it back then. I said I don't see City
and I said
points
City
than
can catch up. I said City can catch up. So essentially, I am saying yes. Easily, because I've seen it twice, and you've seen it twice. So the fact that we're seeing it now for a 3rd time, it's been a 3rd time now.
Seen what twice?
City coming back from far behind to come over and win the league.
Yeah, but when City came back from behind, they were like 1-2 points, and it was like games in hand, like against
Liverpool were 8 points. I said this as well.
But City
Liverpool
had games in
11
hand.
points.
City had games in hand, and then they played Liverpool.
City had
and
games in hand this time. City had games in hand this time.
When they win their games in hand, Arsenal dropped 12 points, bro. Liverpool didn't drop 12.
But that's the truth.
Okay.
But you should have won the games, and I've not lied here. I've not lied here when I said City can come back.
Robin, did I not see you? Did I not see you post up on the group chat, blood, of Arsenal fans leaving the ground, bro? Don't lie to me, cuz. Don't tell me you backed me. You didn't back me, bro. You didn't back me. You're a liar.
I was the one that tweeted.
Bro. Also,
you're now ignoring. You're ignoring my point again.
You lied. You lied.
No, I did not lie.
You said you backed me. You're a liar. You didn't back me.
Peter, you're not listening to what I said.
He backed you in that moment.
I literally backed you at the start of the pod when Oscar said that you didn't bring loaders come smoke. I said someone's lying here, and that's what I meant. But you wouldn't let me finish.
I don't give a damn if Oscar was wrong about or right about Lola. This is what it's about.
So when I said I literally backed you,
wait, hang on. Robin backed me because you knew Oscar was lying about what Lola said. Bro, take your backing and try and get in the Champions League yourself.
Am I not
Come and join us. Come and join us, man.
Peter, the truth of the matter, the fact is that I've said my points. My points came true. I said City can come back. You didn't beat Liverpool, and you didn't beat City.
All right, well done, Robin.
That was the key thing from February onwards to the way. And that's it. That's all I have to say.
No worries. That's your trophy this season. Take that.
Thank you very much.
Take that. Have that. Have your medal.
You need to realize that overall, that you can't doubt Pep in this matter. You really can't.
Oh, Robin, this is why. Can I tell you what? Wait. Everybody knows here on this podcast. Yeah, everybody knows it's not for the lack of doubting Pep. It's because Arsenal bottled the thing. Let's be very. No.
The reason is, but you doubted him.
Wait, Lola, back me because you're the only sensible person on this podcast. The reason Man City have won the title this year, if they win it, is because Arsenal bottled it. Not because Pep is a magician. Not because Pep was the Greek freak. It's because Arsenal, guess what he did? Turned their backs over, pulled down their shorts, no lube, and said, City, take it.
Yeah.
Because no, wait, hold on. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say, because I agreed with like everyone. I think anyone pretending like my whole thing was like I knew for a fact City were going to win all their games. But the fact of the matter is, I looked at it and said, Arsenal, depending on how their form was, they could also win their games. But my whole thing was like, if Arsenal just drew to Liverpool and drew to City and then won the other games which they should have won, it wouldn't have mattered if City won all their games, which is my whole thing. When people say, don't doubt Pep, nobody is doubting Pep. Everyone and their mum knows exactly how powerful he is, arguably the best manager ever. The issue isn't about if City can do anything. I think that's where some people are doing this thing where it's like City could have slapped everyone 10-0 each, and it wouldn't have mattered unless Arsenal lost or drew or did exactly what they dropped points to these dumb. If Arsenal beat West Ham, which they should have because they're 2-0 up, if Arsenal beat Southampton, which they should have, because relatively speaking, even the Chelsea game. Hold on, the Chelsea game is basically the Chelsea game is the equivalent of the Southampton game, right? We beat Newcastle, we beat Chelsea. All I'm saying is this isn't a case of doubting Pep, because Pep winning 10 games in a row. All we have to say, we all know how momentum matters as well. If Arsenal weren't such a bunch of bottling idiots, City being City wouldn't have mattered. Because the fact of the matter is, everything after the season led up to the fact that they gave themselves enough of a cushion to just play Arsenal level, which is, yes, footballing tactically wise is below City. But if they would have just maintained, not even exceeded, maintained, it wouldn't have mattered. And that's the situation. And my issue isn't about is City better than Arsenal. Technically, obviously they are. The situation is mentality and pressure slapped up 90% of these men, and they lost it. City won it obviously because they played. But in terms of like when you look at it, like the whole percentage of like teams who've been top number one in the league for the length of the season and not winning it, that's a case of the players and the club, not a next team. It's Arsenal being crap, not City being great, if you get what I mean.
But then don't declare that the league is done then until you do it.
I don't mean that. I don't know about that one.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
Like, all right,
that's what you did.
Right,
because that's the whole point of Dave's point. He was being cautious and said he's going to wait until the team is
David
done.
was hating when we were losing, Robin. David did not enjoy the season once. He didn't enjoy the season once.
Because
and
all you wanted to do was see the league.
And every Arsenal fan enjoyed it up until April. All of us did. We all did. We loved it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But can I chime in here, guys? It's been 43 minutes. I haven't even got my opinions in yet. But what I want to say is, when it comes to the whole doubting Pep, I don't think it's wrong to look at both sides of the coin. There is one side of the coin, which is Pep Guardiola is going to go on a run of games and win 13, 14, 15 games. We know this. He does this every single season. We know he's capable. But the other side of the coin is what we don't know about Arsenal is, have we seen the mental fortitude of this squad since it's been assembled under Arteta of Arsenal to be consistently good the entire season? None of us had ever seen that before. So we were right within our judgment to reserve that judgment and say, I'll believe it when I see it. And Pete, I'm taking this from your book because I remember when Liverpool were closing in on that title, you were not ready to say this team is that team until they came over the line and became that team. There's always banana skins around the corner in the Premier League. Are Arsenal better than Southampton? Miles better. Arsenal better than West Ham? Miles better. Arsenal better than Liverpool this season? Clear of Liverpool. Clear. But we knew this is the Premier League. Just because you're better than a team does not mean you're going to beat them on Sunday. It doesn't work like that. So the idea that this Arsenal team, with the things that we've spoken about in the beginning, the lack of rotation options in comparison to City or the other teams, or even in your own individual games, when you're getting to that 70th minute and it's tight and it's long and you need a new player to come on and revive the team, are your backups good enough? Is your team long enough? Does your manager have the experience to make the right changes at the right time? Most of us did not believe that this was going to happen. And it's not crazy to say that even though Arsenal were far and away the best team in the league for majority of the months, we didn't believe you were going to be there at the end because we hadn't seen it before. And if Arsenal won, it would have been one of the greatest triumphs in Premier League to overcome City and to go from where you came in terms of 8th and then 5th and then here. But the fact of the matter is, we knew that we saw Arsenal have a great run last season where they looked dead certain for top 4, and we saw a calamity happen. most of us were expecting that same calamity to happen again, and we were right on time. It came. So this, I don't think there can be any two doubts, and that's exactly why you're saying, Arsenal bottled it. I think we can all agree the lead that they had, for it to fall off, it was a bottle job. However, a lot of us saw this coming. It was not a surprise because
you, man, Oscar, keep it a buck. You saw 4 winless games in a row from Arsenal.
I think
After the season we had, you saw 4. Like, not to say that we weren't going to win every game. 100% I understand that, right? Let's say we lose to Liverpool, we lose to Man City, we lose to even Newcastle away, right? But like, you're telling me you saw 4 winless games in a row from this Arsenal side that you watched from August to April.
Pete, I've been full of praise for Arteta, for some of your players that I'm really a fan of, and I've been saying these guys are great. There was never a time where I said Arsenal are going to win this league, because I just did not believe that you were going to go all the way and win all the games that you needed to win.
No argument there. But what I'm saying is, when you saw us up until before we kicked off against Liverpool, you're telling me you saw 4 winless games, 3 draws and a defeat in a row, in the form that Arsenal had been in, especially after the fact that Arsenal did have that bit. Because even last season, you're going on like last season, Arsenal were 4th place all year round and we fell at the final hurdle. No, Arsenal went through 3 stages last season where we lost 3 games in a row. So we saw twice before it happened the final time with, I think, the Palace and Brightons and so on. We saw it twice before in the same season. So even if you were to predict that Arsenal wouldn't make the top 4, nobody would call you dumb, because they had it in them. They had it in them twice. Yeah. This season we hadn't had it in us. And this season, when we did have a hurdle where I think we went winless in January. Now January is a caveat because I think there were 2 cup games in that or whatever, right? Arsenal still bounced back after that. And after that bounce back is when I started to believe, holy smokes, this team's changed, because I've seen what this team is like from last season, from the years before. If you remember, when we finished 8th, I think the last time, the second time out of the 2 times we finished 8th, we were 6 points off top 4. So 8th place looks way more muggier than it should do, because we were 6 points off top 4, right? Now, last season we bottled it, because we bottled it on 3. We were given the pad 3 times. And we told Spurs, no, you have it, right? As top 4 races go. But this year, I'm so sorry. As much as you have that doubt, because Arsenal have never actually gone over the line before, especially with these crop of players and with this manager, the way Arsenal were, because we were not in form, even with the draw at Anfield, even with the draw against West Ham, it wasn't for a lack of on form. Where the title, I think, really did take a hit is Southampton. Because if you beat Southampton and you beat Brighton, this title race goes to the final day. And if City win it on the final day, it will be a case of, you know what, we went toe-to-toe with City and we lost. Different story. Everybody knows we've handed them the title. Everybody knows that we handed it to them. Everybody knows that. No one's saying City outperformed us. Obviously they did. They got more points. But nobody's saying that it was such good City that Arsenal couldn't match. Arsenal could match. We fell apart. We fell apart in a row. That's the worst bit about it. And it's a typical, look at our situation. We went to Newcastle and won 2-0 there, clean sheet with our defensive woes, yeah? And then we come at home and get laid the smackdown by Brighton and Hove Albion.
Pete, we did this last year, though.
Not in the same vein, bro. I just said to you, not in the same vein.
What I'm saying, we lost to Southampton, Crystal Palace thing, and then I don't know what the other team was.
Yeah, there was a few of them.
Then we went and we went to Stamford Bridge with you, beat them. I think we went on a 4-game run. Then it got to that critical time again, and they dropped points again.
Yeah. And
I think we lost 2 in a row, and we missed out top 4 by 2 points. And my thing was, mate, just wait till Wolves, in it. If we get to Wolves and win the title, I just know this team, but
to be fair, look, David, we've learned our lesson from last year. Because people are trying to copy and paste last year to this year. They're not the same team. Last year, Arsenal bottled top 4, and this year, do you know what they did? They licked their wounds and they learned from their mistakes last year. Because guys, we weren't not only in the top 4 race, we are comfortably second. I see man 3rd and 4th on 60 points in the 60s. We're on the 80s.
I think the thing is, though, I don't think it's not the same, because it's top 4 versus the title. But it's the same. It's the same vibe, different situation. It's a situation of having something in your hand, and then it being you.
And you messed up.
No doubt. No whatever.
The pressure was different. The pressure this time was.
My stance was always, let me see us beat Liverpool, and then I would say we would win the league from then. And that is
No, but Lola, we didn't need to beat Liverpool.
That was my stance. So I said, okay, we didn't beat Liverpool. Now go and beat West Ham and Southampton, and then go into the City games and do not lose.
I think that's the worst thing. You didn't need to beat Liverpool, and you didn't need to beat City.
I think we didn't have to beat City. We just had to not lose, and then beat the other games where realistically this season has shown that we could do that. Which was my whole thing. Is like, this is where it was a mentality of a quality situation, because quality-wise we could beat all these teams. It's about saying, can you handle the vim and then hold up for it, and then get into these two bigger games and actually just do your job of. Same thing with like top four last season, right? We didn't have to beat Spurs. We just didn't have to lose. And then what happened? Same with Spurs and Newcastle, we just didn't have to lose, and we lost them both. It's the equivalent of this one. We didn't have to beat Liverpool and City, and we didn't. And we drew to Liverpool, we lost to City, and then we decided to draw to West Ham and Southampton, and then get slapped by Brighton. You know what I mean? It's like the whole thing about the situation is, obviously it's great that they got from to second. It's like, no one's denying that aspect, but the mentality, reason why some people cannot say with their chest, or didn't say at all, that Arsenal win the league, because until you've done or proven that you can actually overcome certain hurdles, it's perfectly fine for people to believe that you're not going to do it. Which is why I wasn't. Maybe so. Obviously, there were some fans who were a bit more gung ho about it and believe more, or want to believe more. Hence, this is not coming at him, but hence the Mirans, who was like properly saying it, like, yeah, it's done. Look at all we've done. It's like, or you got people like me who are saying we can win it, but let me see certain points in the season where we can win it. And you got some people who just didn't want to believe it at all, right? And they're all justifiable because of what Arsenal have shown you. Arsenal have shown you, and I'm including, when I say Arsenal, I'm including the entire thing, not players, I'm including the manager as well. They have shown you multiple times when situations are necessary and dire, they have fallen. That's what happened again.
Right, let me go to some of these comments, man. Baraka says, at crucial moments, Arsenal capitulated. To make things worse, Man City gathered form. Arsenal have the quality, but I think they mentally shut down in the worst moments.
The way Brighton played, I couldn't believe what I was watching, bro. I'm sorry, I just looked at the first half and I was like, rah, is this how it's going down, yeah?
Deep it. First half, I'm so sorry. Did we all watch the game against Brighton, by the way?
Yeah.
First half, is it wrong for me to say would it have been a bad thing or a bad job to say Arsenal could have been ahead going into half time?
Mate, all you had to do was
don't talk about how Brighton had the possession, because when City slapped us.
When did Martinelli go off?
About the 30-something or earlier minute.
10 minutes.
But even after,
like I'm saying, from the start, you guys were on it, but it just died completely after then. Yeah.
Even within the half after Martin went off, we had chances to score the goal. Trossard had a couple, Saka had a couple. You know what I mean? So it's one of those ones where, if you purely at the possession, you can say, "Oh, Brighton were bopping." But Brighton played well. It's not denying them. But the same thing happened with City. We had all the ball against City at home. They slapped us. Same thing happened with this one. In this Brighton game, that first half, we could have easily been 1-2-0 up, and it wouldn't have been a situation of where I'm thinking, "Oh, we got away with that," because the game plan was working. Second half is where I was looking at all of these men and saying, "Bitch made a lot of them."
Right.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
What I would say, Lola, to your point, is that I think, like what happened at Newcastle last week, yeah? Newcastle out of the blocks, 5 minutes in, it was hell on earth, right? And they hit the post, they got a penalty, which then was overturned. Then we started to play our local ball, yeah? And in the end, Arsenal got a 2-0 comprehensive victory. And I feel like this was like copy and paste from that. The first 5, maybe even half an hour, Arsenal, I think, could have taken the lead and gone through, yeah? But, as soon as, we didn't get our goal, Brighton then took hold of it and then went away. I wouldn't call you delusional for thinking, Arsenal could have been in front at halftime. The thing is, the first half to me felt poor, and then it felt made better because of how bad the second half was. And with Trossard,
I don't think the first half was poor. I think it was
fair enough.
Played. I think we played differently, but I think it was an intentional different.
My number one criticism is of Leandro Trossard, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because he tried to prove a point against his old club,
Yeah.
And you know what he started doing? I don't know if you've noticed this, right? He started before. Do you know what he used to do? He used to take the ball, little pass, send it left, send it right. He was giving the ball away to his teammates for fun, rolling the ball, whatever. Every time he took the ball, if you watch, he tried to do everything himself. And it bugged me because I know the fans were giving him abuse. They were giving him stick down that left-hand side, right? And fair enough, he wanted to prove a point. But even like to the second goal where he gives the ball away, is it the second goal? He gives the ball away.
second goal.
Shocking pass.
Mikel's moved into centre mid. So my
That's
question is, what's he doing in centre mid when he's a forward, at least on the flank, if not a false nine? He was in central midfield and he came deep to pick up the ball like what Odegaard did in the first half. So when Odegaard is off, then Trossard took his position. Trossard then collects the ball deep, makes the woeful pass, and it goes on to Undav and so on and so forth, right? Ramsdale, shocker. I saw a player where if he's just making he had about 2 or 3 situations where he makes the right situation, maybe Arsenal go in and score a goal because he was very much whenever he's played, he's been very much a catalyst for goals that we've scored. Not necessarily being the goal scorer or the assist, but he's been in the movement of play. And this time round, he's taking the ball and then he's running on and he's trying to take players on and he's losing the ball every time. And I'm looking at Trossard like, bro, I get it. Like, you want to score against Brighton, I get that. Your goal and the goals will come. Play the football you've been playing. And Mikel, for me, what disappointed with me with Mikel is I felt like he adapted to Brighton. You know,
Bro,
like he
this is what
came
I'm
to
saying.
I don't know, man. Because the reason I say that, Lola, the reason I say that is I think the reason I say that now, I know everyone's talking about Zinchenko being this. Now look how amazing he looks, right? Because he wasn't there and it was Tierney, right? I'm not having it. Trust me, I'm not having that either. I'm not having that either. But what I didn't see, you see, every time we had the ball, Brighton on top of us. Jason Steele's got 10 Premier League games under his belt, not once.
Peter,
not once.
Peter, please explain that to me, bro.
Not
the
once,
guy was
David.
taking the mick, bro.
Not once.
Remember, I said at the start of earlier, I said Arteta, he had his game plan on, but he didn't go like he went 50%. He didn't fully commit to it. You think that's what it is? Yeah? That's what I'm saying. When I remember that, it's like he's a player like Tierney, right? He finally realized that if Zinchenko isn't in, I have Tierney. I don't have to force Tierney to be Zinchenko. I'm going to let Tierney be what Tierney is, which is a bombing, old-fashioned left back, and he's sick of it. And he let the team do that. But when I say he went 50% instead of going full in on this, switching it up to suit the players that we have, instead of playing in the manner that would allow for the in behind, all these things, we were playing half and half. Where you had players like when you brought on what's his name, Trossard, to play the way he normally plays, as opposed to a Nelson, which is a more of a like for like for Martinelli in the way we were playing, which was we were trying to play counter to what the whole Martinelli was doing, and you don't bring Trossard on to do that. But then you didn't commit to the fact that you play Tierney as a bombing left back. You were playing like we were still doing possession, and that midfield had a gaping hole, and you didn't play in a way that suited the fact that you switched things up. And that's what I'm saying when he bought it. And then he had his subs made zero sense. He took off Odegaard, he took off Xhaka, he took off Luigi, he took off who else? He took off Jesus, and he brought on Nelson. He brought on ESR, and he brought on
Nketiah.
It just didn't. And he didn't change anything else up, and we looked worse. You get what I mean? When I say like,
it just reminded of you Man United away, innit?
What I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. He started off half-hearted, and then he just absolutely collapsed and was like, just go on and see what happens. And that's what I mean when I say he hasn't proven anything to me to say like, yeah, I don't 100% trust him, because he's done it multiple times this season where he's just chucking things on to see what happens.
Now, Pete, we got Champions League next season, bro. Okay, I know under Wenger, obviously, we're always getting slapped up, but it's under those high pressure moments that, hence why I would say from time, bro, when it gets hot, bro, the manager, I need the manager on the sideline to be on job.
Look, you know why I have never fully committed on that front, yeah? You know why. But what I will say is this, though, because my number one criticism of Mikel, my number one criticism of him is he doesn't critique himself, right? And the thing is, this time last year when we lost at Newcastle, this was a guy who was angry. He was angry at his team, yeah? And even I was there like, you know what, the players did bottle it, but I've got my bookmark for him, for another day. This one against Brighton, this looked like a man who was actually hurt. He was beat up. Because post-match, I think he threw the players under the bus again, as he normally does. And he kind of was like, it looked like somebody shot like his kid or something. He looked hurt. He looked hurt. And a part of me feels what he's good at, I'll give him this. What he's very good at is channeling that energy, right? And bringing it, should I say he learns from his mistakes? I don't know what the correct term is. I don't know what the correct term is. But what I will say is that when it happens before it, no, that's not. Even
he learns from his mistakes in batches. So he learned a bit, but not the entire.
Sure. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. But I will say this in his defense. Yeah, I'll say this in his defense, and I think you guys won't disagree with this too much. His senior players let him down.
No.
Yeah.
Peter?
And guess what? They let him down last season as well, didn't they?
More than you believe. More than this season.
No, Pete. And Pete, this is why, yeah. Obviously, I did enjoy the season, yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously,
I don't think you did.
Me. No,
I don't know when he did.
Here's what I was saying. It was saying Peter was going off, blood. Peter, I don't know this season. You just
hang on, guys. I went off after Leicester. You got the video. You got the footage.
I know.
Y'all got the CCTV.
I remember because his name said it is done or it is over. I remember.
But David, you're
ask Mirad. Mirad, it took me a while to even jump on Mirad's wave because Mirad was on the wave early, and I was like, I was like, you know what? In January, I was like, you know what? I think it was February. I said, yo, this title race is here, baby. It's here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When Mirad was talking about Champions League elect and he was on his own, and then you jumped on the wave, he still invited you to the parade, but you weren't inviting anyone else. You said anyone that comes after me.
You said all the stop was gone.
You banned your own brother.
Listen,
you banned your own brother.
Listen. I've got the SIA badge in it, but Mirad's got the keys in it. Mirad's got the keys.
No,
I'm just on the post.
You jumped on the ark and shut the door behind you.
You said there's no more.
Pulled the ladder up from underneath him.
The crabs in the barrel.
Listen, the whole thing about this title challenge was just wrong, bruv. Yeah, my thing was No. Him, my thing, Peter, listen to me. No, step back. In what, like, okay, Robin, you've won the title, you've seen your team win the title, Oscar, you've seen your team win. What team, did you see any of these guys at Christmas doing that top of the table nonsense with the shirt? First of all, there was that one, yeah? First of all, there was that one.
Cecil Jones.
Cecil G.
You're not that guy.
No, do you see what I mean?
If you see my block list on Twitter, the majority of my Arsenal fans, by the way, hate me.
There's some man, I wanted to believe, but it's like, guys, Arsenal fans did not conduct themselves as, like, bruv, come on, bruv. We set ourselves up for this, man. Honestly.
No, you did still.
Like, my spine, okay, listen. We've had a great season, but my spine, I don't trust it. Xhaka, Partey, Saliba, I'm pretty sure we got a gem there. We can turn into our Van Dijk.
21 mistakes.
Yeah. I think if we can keep him healthy, I think Gabriel, you know my big.
He's still on to Gabriel. Oh my god.
He's no someone. I need a defender who can hold it down. If one of them, if Saliba goes out, I need you to be able to.
David, deep this way. If it was just Saliba who got injured, Gabriel would have been fine. But then it came. But what I mean by that is, if the back four stayed exactly the same, but Saliba dropped out for Kivio even earlier, he'd been fine. But then what ended up happening is he went from having Saliba and being the kind of him and Saliba being like,
maybe I'm being harsh.
Do you know what it is for me, Lola?
But what I'm saying is because it went from him having Saliba and him there, P man running behind doesn't matter, they'll catch you. So then now him having to do that, plus
And
because from Albania, from Ukraine, wherever the hell he's from, decided to never be a left back. He had now had two sides to do it. And fell off early. By the way, I want to say this now. Ben White has been dropping like a freaking stone for time. Not just this game. He has been slowly going down. So then you had Gabriel doing the work of 3 man. Mistakes was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
I
Poor
think,
guy, man.
I
I'm
think
being harsh.
I'm
being harsh.
With Saliba being out, I think the other factor is Tomiyasu also being out.
Yeah, the
Because
timing of both of them.
You could have just slipped White into that centre back role
Literally.
and had a comfortable back two or centre back pairing, and then had Tomiyasu on the right.
Peter, and this is what I would say. I say this every season to you. We need our medical team fired immediately. I keep telling you this.
He does say that. He does
I
say
keep,
that.
I keep saying this. Haaland came in injury prone. He's played the whole season.
That's true, you know. I thought he was expecting I was waiting for like a month of him to kind of like he gets injured. Didn't happen.
It did
Also,
happen.
I'm running this back by the way because I forgot about it. I'm saying it again. Rob Holding would have been out of here 2 seasons ago if the manager didn't chase him from Newcastle and say come back. I'm just going to put that in again. It's petty. I'm bringing it back. Rob Holding would have been in Newcastle and probably not even. He would have been in Newcastle, but also been probably.
Also, you would understand this. We get onto Liverpool about their 13-14 season, about conceding nearly 60 goals and then coming to win the league. Your defense, you have conceded 2 goals per game for how many games in a row?
Yes, yeah.
If you can't rely on that to be league winners. It's not possible.
And you could have, and the thing is, you probably would have got away with it if we had an attack that was consistent.
There you go.
Because Gabriel Martinelli was scoring his 15 goals. He's on course. If he scored one, if he didn't get injured, hopefully he's back for like the last game. Because then he can break the amount of goals for a Brazilian player in the league at 21, which would be sick. But Gabriel was scoring goals. Saka's on 13 goals. Jesus, he came back. He scored the first, I think, a brace back to back, whatever, and then never scored again. If we had who's a striker? If we had a Tony, obviously a Kane and Haaland are obvious. If we had an Ivan Tony, even a Mitrovic, because some of the crosses that comes in, Gabriel loves to play around rather than just like shooting. If we had a striker who I knew for a fact who just purely want to score goals, you maybe I don't know about the City game. That's like here because of City, but the West Ham and the Southampton game, and probably even this game, the Brighton game.
You know what? You know what? Controversially, I'll say this. Controversially, right? I'll say this. I don't think the striker situation is the issue mainly here because
it's not the main issue. I'm just saying.
As in to counter argument you guys' point. Like we scored 83 goals this season in the league, right? That's a lot of goals. Okay. My thing more so, and we've mentioned the defense, the injuries here and there, boom, 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 boom. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The elephant in the room, really and truly. And Oscar's going to be like eyes open. I think Robin will be. I'm sorry, Ramsdale is a lot at fault for this situation.
I told you. What did
I looked at David straight away. I looked at David.
It's the elephant because if we go to it, right? I remember Oscar tore him a new one last year, and when I look at it, right, there's a compilation of errors from him this season.
Firmino's goal. You remember that one? Why was it back in the
bro? There's a compilation. Now we're talking 6, 7, 8 goals this season. So you take away those 8 goals, guys. Yeah. Guess what? Arsenal have about maybe 8 more points.
And Pete, it's not even that. Okay, 8 goals is a mad thing, but that can happen. The fact that one of the 8 is West Ham, one of the 8 is Southampton.
Yeah.
Brighton game as well, by the way.
Brighton was a stinker.
Brighton.
So that's the thing, because I know when you lose a Saliba, a Holding and a Kivior is not the same level. We understand that. We get all of that. And we get losing Tomiyasu as well is also that. Teams lose players. What I'm talking about is my starting goalkeeper is causing me these problems.
I've been on this saying that Ramsdale is a number 2 to a top 14. He's not your number 1. He can start from maybe 6th or 7th down.
Like Pete, you make
Champions League.
I think whoever.
No,
I think
wait. No, hang on, wait. No. I'm not saying he should be dropped from the club. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying he should be number 1. Yeah, no, I'm not saying he shouldn't be number 1. That's not what I'm arguing here. Yeah, because as my man said, what's my man said? SW6. SW6, right? Yeah, no, hang on. And he's the reason why we're there as well, by the way. So because he has made great saves. Like there were. Listen, at the end of the day, it should have been 3 points to Liverpool at Anfield. Let's have it right. Yeah, there are games this season. There are games this season where you could say, do you know what? He's actually been a savior. What I'm saying is the is the goals he's conceded. We're talking about the rickets. You understand what I mean? Like, you can be a good goalkeeper, you can be you can shot stop, because De Gea's got the most clean sheets in the league this year. But every man in this dog knows he shouldn't be Man United's number one goalkeeper. That's not what I'm saying with Ramsdale here. What I'm saying with Ramsdale is, my brother, I get it. You're 25, whatever years old. We need you to iron those mistakes. He's got enough experience, and he should iron them out.
Why I'm saying he's a number 2 level one, or a starting one for like Europa League conference kind of level, is because, almost similar to what you said, he can give you the flashy saves. He can play. He can pass on the ball. He's got the madman mentality of a keeper. He wants him to be a bit crazy, but the goals he concedes, they're not like these mad ones, or these like, fair enough. They're stupid goals, and it's consistent. They're always stupid goals. This is part of the reason why I added to, like, Gabriel looks at our defense, even though I despise holding, and Gabriel can have his moment. A lot of this times I'm looking at it, some of the times when the goal like people get behind our defenders. So sorry, Ramsdale should have saved a bag of them. A bag of them should have saved.
Facts. But the thing I'll say, Lola, though, is that Ramsdale has it's a Chesney issue we've had, whereby the games where he might not take them as serious. That's a problem in and of itself. But because in the Champions League, funny enough, say we play Juventus at home, I can see him pulling worldies there, because it's the big stage, it's the camera, it's the lights. At Anfield, he does it. At Stamford Bridge, he did it. At Old Trafford, he did it, right? But when it does come to Southampton, when it comes to games where you think nobody's even watching the TV, is when we find him in these situations.
And Pete, that's a problem.
It is. No, it is. He has to iron those out. I tell you what, guys, if he doesn't iron them out next season, excuse me, Mikel, get on the track. Edu, I'll email Edu,
I already have a thing about short keepers.
I'll email him.
Because I have a thing about short keepers anyway. Obviously, and for me, for a keeper's side, obviously, for a man's side, 6'2", it's fine.
Well,
keepers,
he's literally going to be under he's on the big stage next season.
But when I say it, I said my personal taste, he's not tall enough for me, and he's not big enough. He needs to be a lot more intimidating in his size and presence. And I think that it's one of those, like, it's like, even we'll use David De Gea as an example. Compare early David De Gea's build to him now. He's still, obviously, he's not like a hench better, but it's a very chalk and cheese difference in how he looks from when he started from when he's not. If you're going to be stuck with Ramsdale, I need him to fill out.
Listen,
man, he just looks like a freaking, like he's blowing in that.
Like if Liverpool, for example, don't make the Champions League, Arsenal need to knock on that door, and holler at Alisson, blood. Put that gang in press. You put the gang in press. Listen, look at their owners. Look at Liverpool's owners. I understand Liverpool will think, we're not selling these players. Are you dumb? Listen, the owner is what sanctions the deal. The owner is the type of owner where if the money starts shaking the walls, guys, they fold. They fold. You know what I'm saying?
On that question,
I'm just saying.
It's not on my crackhead list. Crackheads are the ones that
SW. You know why Eddie's? Do you know why Eddie's done that? If he wasn't moved, he wouldn't have committed. He's moved. He knows it. Also, and by the way, to SW6's point, he's not that young.
He's 25.
He's not 20. He's not Meslier's age. He's 25.
For a goalkeeper, he's pretty young.
He's got 10 years left in the game.
Guys, stop it. Guys, stop it. Stop it.
He's not pretty young. He's fine.
He's young.
Stop it.
He's young.
Stop it.
He's young.
Stop it. We're not going to use this excuse next season, mate. Stop it.
I'm not saying it's an excuse.
No excuses.
Not excuses. Now. We're just saying for a goalkeeper.
No, but for me,
as a goalkeeper position,
I need to double down. Yeah. He's not good enough. I don't care if he's 29.
What I'm saying is, like, when I think of young for a goalkeeper, I think of Meslier at Leeds. I'm not thinking of Ramsdale.
Exactly.
Ramsdale for me is fine age.
Bro, my man went to World Cup.
It's like 21, 22, max.
Bazunu did
like
Southampton keeper's a child.
He's France's number one after Manuel.
You've got a 19-year-old who starts for Estonia. That's a child. Juanco, who's on loan in freaking Austria. He's won a cup. and is about to win a double in Austria. 19. He looks bigger and older than Ramsdale. This chap is 19.
Guys, you know when Sam Allardyce entered Leeds, yeah? First thing he done,
Out.
No, but Sam Allardyce is not the stick, Oscar. That's not the stick. No.
the second thing he done is get rid of Melier. The first thing he done was make a Bovril. That was it. That was the order. He got rid of Bovril, and then he got rid of Melier.
When I saw that keeper, I was like, I swear I recognize him. Why was Melier? I was confused.
Joe Robles, you know.
He's shocking as well. What did United do?
Come on. What was he? Former? Was he not Wigan's goalkeeper or something like that?
It's stuff like that, yeah. You see players like Ramsdale playing out of their skin and having great games. I just couldn't believe this was going to last. I just couldn't believe it.
No, he needs to cut it. It's like Szczesny, innit? Szczesny was a brilliant goalkeeper, very young, and made stupid mistakes, and we had to get rid because he was costing us games.
No.
Right?
No. Let's be correct. We didn't get rid of him because of mistakes. We got rid of him because he pissed off Wenger in the changing. It wasn't because of his own stuff.
No, but come on. But even you know, come on. Like
I 100% believe if he didn't do that stuff in the
shower,
he'd still be it. Well, he would have been here long.
So
I think it's purely because of that.
But it's mad because in Italy, all that man smoke.
I was gonna say he bun a zoot in the shower, but the thing is, yeah, he dropped Allison in the Roma goal, and then he dropped Buffon. It's freaking incredible. It's like it's ridiculous.
SW6 says, "Nah, listen, I understand the value of a top goalie, bro. One year.
No,
we went into a Premier League season saying, do we start Czech or do we start Courtois? That was the conversation.
That was the Levs. That was the Levs. That was the Levs.
Oh.
Listen, bruv. Yeah, I'm not gonna listen. Not one tear will be shed if Mikel goes into the market and gets a top goalkeeper. No tears will be shed, and I'm goalkeepers union. Please believe.
Yeah, Peter's a former goalkeeper.
Anyway, I'm just hoping that as well.
It makes sense that you're a goalkeeper, Pete. You've acted like a goalkeeper during this pod. Do we have anything more on the Arsenal Man City title race thing? We spent.
Wait. One thing. I'll say this: Caicedo was the best midfielder on the pitch, and he played right back. Do you know what? Lola. All I kept saying to myself, listen, Mikel, take note. Sign that boy.
One thing to say, yeah, it doesn't affect the game because we were nonsense in the second half. But that ref is a nonsense man, by the way. Bro. Wait. What I'm saying is, this is not me being bad. Anyway.
He made up for it. He did make.
That's what I'm saying. Martinelli should have got a yellow card, and because he didn't get a yellow card, and that's what I'm talking about. If you would have just given Martinelli the right for the yellow card, you wouldn't have got it.
If you have,
man, just duppy this.
Sorry, David, I muted you because your brother was talking.
My bad. My guy duppy his Achilles, bruv, man. What the hell is going on here, bruv?
Because the ref couldn't handle the game. Man was letting freaking fouls fly all over the gap. It's not. He would have just nipped it in the butt early. It would have been fine.
The ironic cheers when the first yellow card come out. Yeah, flipping hell. There was a yellow card that come out. It felt like it celebrated like a goal, blood. It was like, you've had a shocker when the fans are doing that.
I just said it. One of the linesmen flagged for offside from a throw-in.
Yeah.
They're all moving that.
Then you know what time it was. You know what time it was. You know what time it is. You know where we are.
Ernest is coming in the comments and says, guys, I've missed the Blasic Infinite Howler. Ernest, you caused half of the Blasic.
Listen. Pete, I got a couple more questions.
Oh, yeah, no. By the way, Brighton and Hove Albion, fantastic. De Zerbi, fantastic. And I'm in the group chat tried to ask the question. About De Zerbi.
Not me. I am not involved. I was not involved.
Like, why are we under any illusions here?
I was not involved.
If I think he's better than Ten Hag, why wouldn't I think he's better than Mikel?
He's better than Arteta.
Why wouldn't I think that? If I think he's better than Ten Hag,
it's because
if I think he's better,
do you think Ten Hag's better than Arteta?
Yeah, that's
overall career. How can I weigh the two? Mikel can't hold a blazer to him, can he? Not at the moment. How can I?
Anyway,
how can I?
What I was gonna say is now at least for most fans who again I can enjoy the rest of the season now because I can guarantee what's gonna happen. We're gonna win the next 2 games, looking all fun because nothing's gonna happen now. Again, it's gonna be enjoyable. I can probably see.
Listen, bro, I'll be.
Maybe I might get to see Miles Lewis Skelly make his debut. 16-year-old for the fun of it. Because why not? Second place is kind of it.
You've got to beat. You have to beat.
Where's he from?
City are teeth in the.
Wait, let Oscar pronounce that again. Go again.
Where's he? I'm Nigerian. Say full name.
Ethan who?
I said Nwanri. Is that his name?
Say his name again.
Nwanri.
Read your books. Go away.
What's his name?
It's
Get lost, man. Isn't it?
Let me
stick to your nonnies and whatnot, man.
Peter, I've got questions, bro. I've got questions, bro.
Wait, hold on.
Bring that.
Was I wrong?
Hey, relax, bruv. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, Peter, bruv, when did we get ultras, please?
I love it. I don't care. I love it.
Festival.
No. When? In the clock end. No.
David.
No, I've not seen it. I'm just asking a question.
No. Hang on. I'm answering. First of all, as a man of beloved Serie A, we cannot call them ultras. Okay, let's have it right. Let's have it friggin' right. Let's show some respect to the Curva Nord and to the Curva Suds. We cannot say such ridiculous statements. Yeah.
Okay, whatever you call the Palace lot, call the same thing.
Whatever Palace is called.
By the way, Pete, I'm also disappointed.
Talk to me.
I'm disappointed. How could you insult me earlier when you loved Inter as well? You love them as well.
Listen,
I was a bit sad that you came after them.
I've seen you, man. No. Do you know why, Robin? Do you know why? Oscar knows. Do you know why? Because Robin, I see you and Ernest trade the shirt.
Yeah,
you man will trade the shirt for the other.
What you Manchester United fans have done the last 8 years is pathetic and it's disgusting. Yeah.
It's outrageous.
When Adrian had to hold it as a Liverpool fan for years, the Arsenal boys have been holding it for years. You lot ran away from your clubs. You ran.
Right, man went to Atleti.
One went to Atleti. One went to Inter. One was wearing PSG.
Yeah. He had PSG, bro.
But I went PSG on the daily. That doesn't count. I went PSG on the daily. No. And you know I love European football. I was like, don't do that.
And Man United fans talk about basketball. They never talk about basketball in their lives.
Do that.
All of a sudden, Man United fans are watching the NBA playoffs. Turn it in.
I think the Celtics gonna do it this year.
I got
not you. But Man United fans. Man United fans are telling me about the MVP this year. The MVP.
Hey, Pete.
Yes.
Hey, Pete. What you need to do, you see next time, you're doing your work here. I need to ban them freelancers from Sky. Bruv, did you see the coverage at the end of the game, bruv? Man put a drone. Man put the drone. Man put the drone over what's the other side of the road? Drayton Park. Yeah. Of Arsenal fans leaving the ting, blood.
Yeah, man.
I said that's a Man United fan.
Okay, man. We had to. We needed the parade.
Bro, they had the drone up for it, bruv. Not even inside the stadium. Outside. You've gone across the bridge. He's gone.
I can't hold it still because I've seen it at Old Trafford. I've seen it.
No, not when you're leaving. Not when the title's over. Nah.
I've seen it.
I've seen it at United. I think when they got slapped by Liverpool, that fight.
Yeah, I've seen United. The United one I saw.
They had the camera.
I need them banned from the Emirates.
Yeah, it's a howler, blood. It's a howler. Still, it's a howler.
If I be running players, I'm gonna enjoy my football because I think he's gonna play some football.
No, listen, Lola. Yeah, we go to the City ground. I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there. Right?
Oh, you got Nottingham Forest?
Yeah, I got to work it, blood. The Forest fans are a bit too lethal, blood. That's got to go there, make sure the Arsenal fans are all right. Yeah, but we go to Forest.
David, you need to tell your brother. We can hear all the time.
I'm hearing what's the next year's plans for the service, blood. That's hearing next year's ministry goals, blood.
Big man, my headphones are in, blood. I can't hear nothing, blood. Michael, you to tip, bruv.
I've heard the theology. I'm hearing the theology of the Holy Spirit for next year, blood. Yo, cuz. Yes, blood.
Forest aren't safe, are they?
Huh?
Forest aren't safe, are they?
No, they're not safe. They're not safe.
I think they are.
They are because Leicester losing.
Nah.
Are they safe?
Because Leicester are losing, they'll be safe.
Nah, Lola, they're 3 points above the relegation zone. They're not safe. They're not safe.
Okay. It's going to be a bit tricky.
It's basically 2 from 4 that are still in this relegation battle.
Bournemouth are up or officially?
Bournemouth are gone clear. Bournemouth are above West Ham. They're gone.
That's safe.
They're above West Ham.
West Ham aren't technically safe, but I think they're fine.
West Ham are 6 points clear.
Yeah,
with 2 games to go.
they're not technically safe, but I think they're fine.
Yeah, they're fine. I look. You got Forest. I'll give you the table. Yeah, 20th place. Obviously, Southampton 24 points. Leicester 19th as things stand on 30 points. Leeds 18th place on 31. Everton 17th place on 32, and then Forest 16th place on 34. I need Everton gone. I need Everton gone.
Peter,
I know it's your favorite away ground. I need them gone.
Peter, yeah. You see Pickford, yeah. He's absolute garbage, bro. I don't know what.
David, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I heard banana skin still.
No, that's Adrian's fault, bro. Adrian and Oscar, blood.
I heard it. No, not from you, Peter. Peter, not from you. Calm.
Robinho, you're damn right you didn't hear it from me. Everton, Sean Dyche, Everton this year. You're damn right you didn't hear it from me. I can assure you.
I was hoping for a result. Then I see the goal that thing scored. Yeah. No, guys, can we first analyze the second goal? Yeah. Pickford, I don't know. The guy
fantastic.
That's
fantastic.
Okay,
calamitous.
Goalkeepers Union, yeah? Let me intervene. Jordan Pickford is what we call a situation whereby I can't blame the man. When you're back four, did you see? No, Oscar, wait there. All of you guys. Wait. You not watched Everton City. Let's not pretend Holgate wasn't giving hospital passes to Erling Haaland. Let's not pretend. Listen, when you wake up in the morning and your left back, yeah, name the left back. Name who the left back was for me.
Is it not Patterson? Is it all the Ukrainian right now?
Well done, Patterson. You got it in one go. Name your right back for me, please. We're talking about when you wake up in the morning ahead of a game against City. Who's your right back?
Is it Mikalenko?
No. I'm sure I saw an Irish fella who used to play in the WWE. I'm sure I saw Seamus Coleman in that squad.
No, he's injured.
Right?
He's injured.
Okay, so say it's the Milienko fella, right? That nonsense as well. You're two centre halves. You're two centre halves. Huh? Yerry friggin' Mina and Mason Holgate. Mason Colgate. Listen, guys, when you wake up in the morning and in front of that four, have you seen what they've got in front of them? And then your manager is Sean Dyche, guys. He has not got a prayer. Jordan Pickford has not got a prayer.
No,
let me tell you.
Pierre, it's the man
that goes.
No, not that. It's the way he looks. It's the way he looks, bro, when he's conceding, blood.
David, since when was Ilkay Gundogan Rivaldo? When he takes it on the thigh. He takes it on the thigh.
On the thigh.
On the thigh. In the 6-yard box. He takes it on the thigh.
That was the first class. That's a world-class finish. Yeah. I know.
Is it though? But is it though?
Fantastic.
No, is it though?
Fantastic goal.
No,
thank you, Peter. I saw everybody waxing lyrical about this goal.
Listen,
what the hell is going on there? He's taking touches like that.
You know what? Gundogan was playing. Gundogan was playing with his kids. You know when you're in the park, you got your little picnics with you, and you do a little chess and volley. It's not a world-class goal. You're playing against 3-year-olds, you moron. Okay. And Oscar, did you see the kick? Oscar, did you see the flick? It wasn't even. He didn't even mean it. He wasn't comfortable. It wasn't a comfortable flick.
You're not hearing me. In what world does a cross come into the box and you're taking a touch?
Oscar on the thigh! On the thigh!
Back up.
Oscar, and you know what's so funny? Let it be Erling Haaland, let it be Rivaldo, let it be Messi. We could say, you know what, world class. He's a central midfielder.
Okay,
he's taking it on the
I can't lie. Gundogan is a fantastic player.
This is what we're doing.
Look at this comment. Look at this comment from SWC.
End of season, Gundogan is a madman. He does it all the time.
End of season, Gundogan's a madman.
I'll tell you why that's absolute crap, yeah? Because Manchester City are a joke. They're a massive machine, yeah? It's not fair that for 8 games, Bernardo Silva could be the best player. Oh my goodness, Trent scored a free kick. Crazy. All right. It's not fair that Bernardo Silva can be the best player in the team for 8 games. Then Kevin De Bruyne can turn up for 10 games. Then Gundogan can turn up for 10. Then Foden can win them 3. And Grealish and Mahrez. There's too many players.
Oscar.
There's too many. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Oscar, they made 7 changes when they played Leeds. They made 8 changes when they played Everton.
It's not fair.
He took the ball. No. Understand it, guys. Mahrez, you know when Mahrez crossed it, he didn't know where he was crossing to. He just threw it in there because he knew Everton's defense, I can get something. I'm going to get me something.
And
I'm gonna
this-
leave with something.
This is the thing that annoys me the most, yeah? Because you take these guys out. Sterling goes to Chelsea. Bum. Jesus goes to Arsenal. Meaty.
Me.
No. Oscar, stay there. Oscar, stay there, bruv. Peter, what did you teach me, bruv? This as the older cuz, you told me, bruv, not to buy other people's garbage, bruv. This is why I'm annoyed with you, bruv. This is why I'm annoyed with you. What? Listen. Listen, once Ferguson and Pep, them man are selling you something, it's damaged goods, bruv.
It's smelly.
You don't. This is why you annoyed me, bruv.
Nah, but you know what, David? No, but David, let's have it right, yeah. In the years when we've had Gallas, we've had David Luiz, we've had Silvestre, we've had when we've had some bit Willian, we've had some bins, yeah. Gabriel Jesus, one can be forgiven. One can be forgiven. He's 25 years of age.
Jesus will be a good player. Jesus will be a good player.
And Zinchenko as well.
What I'm saying is, yeah.
But you're right. If they're selling, there is a question to be asked.
What I'm saying is this, yeah. Bukayo Saka has been, without question, the best right winger in the league. But when it came down to it, crunch time, the guy has gone missing for about 8 games. When Manchester City players go missing, there's another one that's going to come and win them the game. When we don't see Foden, where has Foden been this entire season, guys? Where has Philip Foden been?
On the bench, blood.
Because it will be Gundo, it will be Bernardo, it will be Kevin. Haaland's just been on fire the entire season. Mahrez, somebody will win them the game.
Oscar,
Somebody will win them the game. You can't fight this, man.
Laporte started the game. They said it was his second appearance with the other centre half he had with him. I can't remember who it was. It's their second start all season together. Come off it!
No, it's a joke. It's a joke. Anyway. It's a joke. Peter, we've been here for way too long.
We gotta leave. Yeah? I'll tell you what though, yeah?
You're Arsenal.
Because we're by far the greatest team the world has ever seen. Now, Oscar.
Look at Balotelli. Oh, Foden's been injured. He hasn't.
No, he hasn't. He got dropped for time and we all heard it.
Watch. He's still going to win Young Player of the Year. Watch.
If that actually happens, nobody can complain about it. That's nonsense, right?
It was fixed last season.
Last season was a
starts. He won Young Player of the Year. He didn't start half the season. How are you winning Young Player of the Year?
No, it's ridiculous.
Oh,
you know, this year it will be Erling Haaland for both awards, blood. He will win Young and Player.
I was gonna say Haaland is eligible for Young Player of the Year. Forgot about that.
It's farcical. Oscar, Stamford Bridge, Chelsea.
You lot crap, bruv.
What's that?
Forest,
You lot trash, bruv.
I'm just trying to move the conversation on.
You lot trash, bruv.
What's there to talk about, guys?
You need a new ground. You need a new ground. You need a new owner. You need a new owner. You need a new owner. Crap ground.
We don't need
Maurizio Pochettino. He's magic, you know.
Bro, bring me the Poch era now. Like, I'm so ready for this to be over.
This is like not even something. Why isn't Modric just starting all the games?
Bro, they don't rate him.
They don't rate him.
I feel like no one.
At first, I thought it was Potter. I thought Potter's holding him back. Then Lampard comes in. This guy's just not playing games. I said something's wrong here. Something's wrong here.
I'm gonna be raw.
Let him run.
Modric hype is racismo, you know.
Nah, it's not.
Why is he any better than any African winger playing in League One? Why? Why is Modric better than Solomona?
You know what's hilarious? I thought he was like 19. He's a whole full 22-year-old.
Yeah.
I thought he was like young.
Yeah. 22. Yeah, no,
Oscar. Oscar.
Yeah.
No. Finish your point, and then I'll ask a question.
Don't you dare talk to me about a watch. Don't you dare.
I'm asking you. I have nothing to say on Modric.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Are you putting on a watch? Are you putting on a watch?
Me?
Are you?
No,
yeah.
No.
I have nothing to say on Modric.
Okay, that's fine.
I have nothing to say on him.
Modric is a player.
What I will say,
he's not ready for the Premier League yet. He's not adapted.
What I will say though is Madueke I like.
So you said him on a loan.
But again, no. Again, both of those players are raw. Like they're raw. Madueke is really vibrant.
No, I hear you, but
I like Madueke. I like him.
Raw, but one of them has been hyped to be this next white god.
Look, the price tag. I can't justify the price tag. But what I can say about Mudryk is that he's got a lot of raw talent. That I feel like it's gonna take him less. Like once he gets some serious coaching, which hopefully someone like Pochettino can provide, I feel like it's no question this guy's going to be a threatening player. His pace is outrageous. His desire to work hard and win the ball. He's very direct. I think his just decision making is off, and he clearly has not acclimatized to this league. What's crazy to me is why teams like Chelsea and Arsenal were throwing these price tags at him, where it's like, yo, we had to get him in January.
I mean, we didn't want to. Technically, you forced the hand on that high price tag. I think we were trying.
You were still paying over the odds.
No, we were definitely paying more than he was worth.
If Chelsea were not entering the race, you were still paying over the odds.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He's definitely not worth even what we were going to pay initially. I'm just saying, y'all bumped it up as well. But the point is, I think I can see the blatant talent he has. I can 100% see why Arteta wants him. In the same vein of Martinelli, the blistering pace, the kind of directness, the shooting, you can see it. It's just about, I don't get why he hasn't been given. Just let him. You've been crap. Just let him play the rest of the season.
Yeah, no, he hasn't been given the run again. Like, every time he's come in, he's come back out. And I think someone like Lampard always loved Raheem Sterling. Always. Like when he was at Chelsea first time, he would always tell our wingers, I want my wingers to be like Sterling, to score more goals, this and that. And then now he's got Sterling, he's playing Sterling all the time, which makes sense. Lampard has his favourites, but like I don't think Mudryk is one to worry about yet. I genuinely think there's a player there. I genuinely think there's a really good player.
I'm just saying that I always made me laugh. I thought he was 19, he's 22.
All I want is like there's literally nothing to say. Like on this game, Chelsea gave Nottingham Forest way too much time, way too much opportunities to score, and they scored. Like as simple as that. Who was our defense? We had Chalobah our right back. We had Badiashile and Thiago Silva as my centre backs, and then left back we had a makeshift left back.
Was it Hall?
Lewis Hall.
I remember there was the whole thing about them Chelsea not letting him go to the under-20 World Cup or whatever.
Yeah, we did. I think we didn't let him go, and then we didn't let Amari Hutchinson play for Jamaica or something like that as well.
That was good. You're not playing that kid. That made no sense.
No, that's a violation.
That was a violation.
Huge violation. Didn't let him go.
You know what? The whole move is a violation. He left Arsenal because of playing time, and what's he doing now?
It's his own fault.
It's Hutchinson, yeah.
That one's on him. I rated Amari. That's on him.
He's a bum blood. He's a bum. He's a bum blood.
Why?
Am I the only one who's not really feeling Madueke? I feel like he's another five-a-side baller. It does feel anti-lack. It does feel anti-lack. I do feel like he's had a couple good games, and people have overhyped it. Like I don't think.
Why? But you know why? It's because people were gassed up that one game from Mudryk. He did little jinky. Madueke has done that more than once. I'm not saying that for him. So it's like people try to say, no, I like him as well.
No, but I'll be real. Like since Mudryk has come and started playing for Chelsea, no one's really gassing Mudryk. No one's saying Mudryk's that guy.
No, it's not first game minutes.
It was worse before he came, and in that first Liverpool appearance, he actually played well.
Plus, hasn't Madueke actually scored?
Madueke scored, yeah.
Yeah, and has Mudryk scored yet?
No.
It's because he's black.
But there's no one's hyping one more. There's just time.
Yes, they are. There's more talk about Mudryk, and I don't like it.
Nathan says, "Can we talk about Edouard Mendy? The fall off is up there with Dele Alli. I think that's crazy.
Oh, that's bad. I wouldn't say Dele Alli. That's wild. That's very wild.
Dele Alli is doing balloons in hotel rooms. It's not that deep.
Yeah, come on, man. Dele Alli can't get in the side in Turkey. What's going on there? No, when it comes to Mendy, I think look, we've seen Kepa drop into horrible form and somehow get chance after chance after chance to repay his worth. Mendy got into a really, really bad vein of form, and he just didn't get another chance. That was it. Kepa's the main guy now. It seems like Kepa's
because he's black. It's because he's black, isn't it?
I'm running it again.
I don't know.
Because by any metric, Mendy, if he was called freaking, I don't know, Evans or whatever, he would have been back in a bit ago to kind of to regain favour. He didn't do it this season.
He was injured. He was injured for quite a bit, but yeah, when Lampard came in, that was the time I thought, okay, now it's Mendy's time. Mendy didn't play until this weekend, and the first thing he does is make a mistake for the goal. So, I think he's a confidence player, man. He was running on confidence when we had that Champions League run, and he was pulling off some amazing saves. when it got down to it, his actual level was just not that great. No, he's still got good. I think you could coach a good keeper.
He's definitely not as bad as people saying he is. I think he's good enough.
Like he's been compared to Kepa. Like, I'm sorry, he's not Kepa. Like, he's not Kepa. Like, Mendy won an award for the least clean sheets, so for the most clean sheets ever in a Champions League winning run. Like, he won European Goalkeeper of the Year. None of those awards were false or arbitrary. He won them because he deserved to win them.
Can I ask a question regarding Edouard Mendy?
Yes.
Do you need a new goalkeeper?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Because Kepa's crap.
They're both not good. It's not because of one goalkeeper.
They're both not good. Yeah, they're both not good. I'd happily keep Mendy as a number 2. Like, I'd happily sign a goalkeeper and then keep Mendy.
You don't think Mendy should be number 1?
No, not anymore. Like, if the opportunity is there to buy a keeper, we go buy a keeper. Yeah, sure. What?
Like, keepers are getting expensive, man.
Yeah, talk, man. See what you're gonna say.
No. I asked the question. I asked the question. You answered.
Oh, you bring about this classic topic.
No, listen,
You asked a question. Can I ask one question and then we end it?
Yep.
Who was Chelsea's starting goalkeeper when they won the Champions League?
Edouard Mendy.
There we go. There we are.
This game.
Yeah.
Manchester United.
Let's hope Poch does well. We move on next week.
Oh, Pochettino. Oh God, I can't wait.
Don't do that.
Why? Why should
Don't do that.
Go on, explain.
Look. So,
wait, no. You've stopped me. Go on. Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I do that?
I'll bring it back.
You said Poch in a patronising voice. You said, "Oh, Pochettino." Don't say that.
Wait, hang on. Is it that bad at Chelsea that even you're succumb to this?
That's my manager you're talking about.
He's
Oh,
that's my manager.
I have another question for Peter.
Let's keep it respectful.
I have a question for Peter. Because you said you wouldn't judge Mr. Todd Bowley.
Todd Bowley
until he makes decisions of his manager. Until he makes decisions of his manager. What on now?
Robin,
I don't forget things.
Robin, he's recruited 3 managers. You know, with the fact that Pochettino is more or less done, right? He's recruited 3 managers. Robin, I'm going to put it to you.
1 year.
One of them was Graham Potter. The other one was Frank Lampard, and the third one.
Stinker. In the space of how many months, bro? You're a joke, guy.
Listen, Robin. I'm not going to judge him, but you shall know them by their fruits. That's all I can say.
No, it's a good point because
normally
when there was rumors of Manchester United getting Mauricio Pochettino, my first thought was, I'm not scared. Like, I was just like, you don't get Poch. Cool, run that. Sign the contract. Like, I didn't care. I did not care. There was never a moment where I was like, yo, they're coming back with Poch.
Yeah. I've never seen so many United fans say no ever to a manager.
For me to sit here and tell you Poch is going to be the man for Chelsea, I would be disingenuous. I don't yet.
think he'll be all right. Yeah? I think he'll be all right.
What's all right? Wait, what's all right? No, Oscar. We let comments like this slide, yeah? I think he'll do all right. What does that mean? What the hell does that mean?
I think the players that they actually have, like as mad as the season has been, I think they have a bag of quality in that team.
100%.
I think he'll do well with those players. I don't think he'll win anything. I think he. I was going to say top 4, but I'm looking at everyone. Basically, you'll just do. He's better than Potter in it. I think he'll just do very well. Or
he is better.
I think I think the top 6 will be the top 6. I think the top 6 will be the normal big 6, but swapping out Newcastle and Spurs.
No, but he is because we've seen Poch handle a quote unquote big 6 team, and he's gone to other big teams and done things there. Potter has had a disaster.
It is. It's basically Emery. It's Emery. He's like he'll do well enough in these certain teams to get a certain level, but there's definitely going to be a ceiling.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Assad has one more question. Thoughts on Cover? Cover's trash. He's been horrible this whole season. I'm not glad to let him go because I still think he's a very good player, but like. the way you
Is it
perform
hard
this
to not judge your players this year? Do you not think it's
Yeah.
just
Oh, no, I'll
too
be judging.
difficult?
Yeah.
I'll
Would you
be
be
so
judging?
angry.
No, but Robin,
I
he
would
makes,
be judging.
he makes a good point, because if you ask me who Chelsea's player of the season is this year, I cannot give you an answer because they've all been trash.
Your
Now,
best player
you
this
can't-
season has been Raheem Sterling.
You
I
said
told you this before.
That's not true. That's not true.
I said at the start of the season, in the summer, I said he'll be your best player. Guess what, guys?
He's
your
not.
best
But he's
player
not.
this season.
He's not been our best player.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to
Name him. Name him. Oh.
Sterling's been crap. What are you
No,
talking?
I didn't say he's been good. Who's been your best
Right.
player this season?
He's not. Do you know the wages he's on? No, he's not been our best player.
Who's been
Who's
best
been,
player?
who's been better? Who's been better than Sterling?
I genuinely-
Honestly, I would say João Felix.
He's got less games than Mitrovic.
Exactly.
Felix.
Honestly, no, they've all been crap. That's how bad it is. What I'm saying.
Definitely not Felix, man. Felix ain't been.
'cause I have been trying. I'm actually trying to think who's been
Felix.
the best player. I don't know.
Felix.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's weird because it comes from the January signings. I think it's between like Badiashile and Enzo for me.
Give it the black man, Badiashile.
Give it to the Northwest man, blood. Raheem Sterling.
The official winner will probably be Thiago Silva. But that's because fans like
on default. Just on default.
Yeah, that's because fans like him.
Give it to his wife. His wife's got more fanfare than him. Give it to his wife.
Yeah, man.
His wife's flag. She's a real G, blood. She's flying the flag, fam.
Shout out to her side. He said, "Look, Sterling's been one of our worst. Havertz has been better than Havertz has not been better than anyone. Havertz has not been better than anyone."
Flip
Sorry, Havertz hype is some weird cult thing because there's no way someone's actually said that. Havertz.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think
this is the same guy that dissed Martinelli. Let's be very clear. It's the same guy that dissed Martinelli.
But he's not necessarily propping Havertz. He's just saying he thinks he's been better than Sterling. And Sterling's been trash. He's been too dead. But yeah, Cover, man, I hope Cover stays because I think there's generally a good player. Like you're saying, Peter, I don't really want to judge him too tough of this season, but he's been shambolic. Like for one of the more experienced players to let your side down like that, shambolic. Yeah, bring me Poch and let's go again next season, man. And bring me Lukaku back too.
No, you shameful guy.
Bring my 9 back.
Hey, Robin, did you see his turn away at thing?
Oh,
The little turn, bullet.
I've been seeing Oscar propping up Lukaku.
Listen.
Why not?
Do you know what? Yeah? I just said that it's gonna be if Inter win this Champions League. You're never gonna hear the end it from him. You're never gonna hear the end. You're never.
Robin
and
Peter,
Peter,
I will join you in Milan if Inter win that Champions League. And Lukaku lifts that trophy over his head. Guys, I'm telling you now, if Lukaku wins the Champions League, that's going to be my Twitter profile picture for at least a month.
I hope you not know yet. If Inter win that Champions League and Lukaku is like holding that American accent will never die. It will increase.
Never.
Do you know what he's going to do?
Never.
When he has the interview, he's going to say, anything is possible. Anything is possible. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. That's such a Lukaku.
He's gonna do a video with 50 Cent. I swear, he's not gonna let this one hang. 300 kilos and all, blood. You know what I'm saying?
I took way too much time. Move on from Chelsea, man.
Manchester United winning 2-0 at home to Wolverhampton Wanderers. They are doing their best to get in that Champions League. A few games to go. Robinho.
2 games, 6 points. That's all I need. Or if Villa can do something because relying on Leicester is useless. But yeah, Leicester is just absolutely useless. But yeah, honestly, I need to look at every single goalkeeper and every single defender this season because the fact that you've let David De Gea win a Golden Glove this season is absolutely scandalous.
It's shameless.
Because it is absolutely scandalous because he's won that trophy in spite of himself because he can thank Rafael Varane and Sandro Martinez for literally for that.
They need to revamp the Golden Glove thing and look at more than just clean sheets. Because bare this time, these keepers aren't great, but they keep clean sheets. It's not because of them. It's not.
He's held 6. He's held 7. He's held 4. He's held 5.
Robin,
how?
Robin, can I just say that you're the only team that's in need of a goalkeeper more than we are, right? You need a goalkeeper so bad, and I just have to break it to you. Yeah, the goalkeeper market is atrocious right now. I'm seeing.
Emi Martinez
took Champions League clubs. That
Mhm.
shocking goalkeeper.
You rated him.
Wait.
Nah, I like the fact he dunked on Arsenal. This guy's a bum. Like, don't bring him to... No.
Nah, do you know what, Robinho, bro? You know, you watch Serie A. You're clued up, man. Listen, if you want a goalkeeper, you look in
Onana.
Italy. You look in Italy.
Give me Onana.
But
But-
AC
Give me Onana.
I hear that on Onana, but I would say, look at Magnon. The
Mignon.
next French,
Yeah, Magnon as well.
the next French goalkeeper for the next 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, Onana.
No.
Magnon. Because it was cheaper.
I'll take either. I will take either over De Gea. Not a
Take
problem.
Perrin.
Take
Take Perrin
any-
from Juve.
I need you guys to I rate Onana African. You people need to watch it properly because I wanted him as well. But I know he's a baller, but that he is as brain dead as the rest of these. He was nuts.
Hey, we knew he was brain dead when he failed the drugs test. Get this guy out. we knew that then when he thought it was Jeff Hardy to be getting DUIs. Get out of it.
Mm.
Listen, Rio Ferdinand's in these streets. There's redemption for all, my guy.
There is.
This is
There is.
Redemption for all.
But yeah,
Question. Do you think Ferguson would have touched that guy if he had that ban pre-Man United?
Oscar, he had Mark Bosnich. This guy took crack. What are you
Guys.
talking about? He had Mark Bosnich, mate.
Do you know how long
listen,
Rio Ferdinand was banned?
Fergie did anything and everything to win that league.
Robin,
That's why he's the godfather.
Rio
He's the
Ferdinand he got banned with a level 1 trim. He came back with Kane. That's how long he was banned for.
And guess what? He's in the Premier League Hall of Fame.
Hey,
So
Unbelievable. But yes, Robin.
But yeah,
anything
no.
else on the Man United?
What I was gonna say, the most surprising thing ever happened. Raphael Varane came back, and no Man United fan knew it until Ten Hag announced it. We were like, "Oh my gosh, he's back!" Because we was like, literally, we were thinking every single game until now then counts. We had to rely on Harry Maguire and David De Gea to try and cross
United are
this Champions
so
League line.
dead blood. How can
They're
you man
so
spend
dead.
all this money and be here? How?
Mhm.
You see,
Oh,
like
we-
with
we've
Chelsea,
got-
they
we've
got
got so
all the
much to do.
dough. Chelsea
Yeah.
got all the dough, and it's just like it's scattergun, and they know that they're still quality. But Man United, what do you have to show for the money you spend? It's atrocious. It's
But-
friggin' atrocious.
But because now he's back, and now we're doing Lindelof and Varane and Casemiro's back and all that stuff, I think we've got enough to cross the line. We've got Bournemouth next, who are now at the beach, and then we've got Chelsea afterwards. And I think we can beat both of them to get into Champions League.
That's
If
a
anything-
tall ask.
Now Bournemouth are comfy now. They
I think Bournemouth are comfy.
no, but their admin are doing up drinks as well. They're calm. They don't care.
Yeah, no, you see what they were tweeting? They were tweeting madness. Yeah, they're at the
Guys,
beach.
you don't think because they done a little video, a little compilation of all the people hating, the players don't want to beat Man United?
Hey, shout out to Bournemouth, by the way. It's me saying I said they were going to stay up, so I'm enjoying that.
Where's the receipts?
But I do think we beat Bournemouth, and I do think we beat Chelsea.
You think you beat us?
Yeah,
Oh boy. Oh
But
boy.
who's at home? Who's at home?
Oh boy.
Who's
Man
at home?
United.
Look, Chelsea.
Man United.
Shout out to Assad. Said Chelsea get their annual draw at Old Trafford. We're collecting.
Oh,
We're tapping in to collect our point. That's what we do every year. SWC says Anthony performing well. Credit where credit's due.
Do you know what I saw?
But yeah, that's personally what I think. Maybe other people think different, but I do think we're all right. I don't have much to say in the game. Wolves didn't offer anything, so there's not much to. Yeah, so
I was going to say.
I will say this though. Sorry, finish point, Lola.
I was going to say I saw something about Anthony, and then someone was saying, "Hey, I think how many goals is he? I think he's got in all competitions. I want to say, is it 8 goals?
It's 8, I think.
8
Yeah.
goals in competitions. I saw this tweet saying, "Oh yeah, people calling them a flop." I said, Man United fans specifically were killing Pepe for getting 18 goals in all competitions, and it was cost 72 mil. I said, "You people are praising a 100 million winger because he got 8 goals. You are sick." But continue.
Well, fans are fickle. I can agree on you at that point. Anthony, in the
truth
last
is,
couple of
Pepe
games,
was poor.
Anthony has been firing a lot, but he's just been hitting the post and he's been a bit greedy. Like sometimes just needs to pass more because his assist game could have gone so much more this season. It's something that he needs to learn for next season. It's not like he's been bad, but
How old is
yeah, 22.
okay?
He's young. Yeah, no, it's just need to improve on that point. The answer is, Andrew, yes, some do, some don't. At the start, yes, I put him on watch, and I still have him on the watch, but I can see something that could be improved. But I'm just like, yeah, you don't have a lot of time for me. So it's something I'm giving him one more season, and then I'm done.
Shoot from one spot.
Oh yeah, he's a B-Tech Robin. He's a B-Tech Robin. That's the answer on that. But once he gets it right, he does get it right.
Hey, how did Sancho play?
Sancho did play, but he came off because he had
Sancho.
Yeah, and the thing is, he had a
Sancho!
great shot opportunity, and what you call it?
Peter, talk to me about Jadon Sancho.
Nah, Oscar, I can't. Do you know why, blood? You see me, fam. Them fam. Nah, because look at the players we're talking about. Look at the money we are talking about, blood. Man said Sancho, Anthony. I'm still waiting for Martial to arrive. What? Nah, Oscar. These men.
Pete, do you know what kills me? Yeah, do you know what kills me? The year before Man United signed Sancho, we had a podcast where you came here and you said 120 million. Is he worth it? And we turned around and said yes.
He's not worth it. Oh my god.
Yes. We said yes. And Peter was deluded. He couldn't believe. He was dumbfounded.
I couldn't. Oscar, anytime Man United look at a player and start sniffing, and then anything that goes above 50, get worried. Everyone get concerned.
This guy is a scrub. He can't play. He can't play.
Put it this way, guys. Yeah, let's put it this way. Put it this way, Oscar. Man United paid, I think, 60 million for Casemiro. Good signing, right? They paid 40 million for Varane. Good signing. This same club buys Sancho, Anthony in the hundreds. Nah. Allow me, bruv. Allow me. And to cure their sins of the season, they have friggin' transplant friggin' Ericsson, Sabitzer, and Wout Weghorst. Listen, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea, you should be ashamed of yourself for finishing behind this lot. You should be friggin' ashamed of yourselves. Because look at this. Look at the squad they got.
One thing I will say though, on not on us really. Liverpool have a genuine shot, not because of us. Have you? Because I don't have much to say on the game left. Have you seen Newcastle recently?
Yeah, I saw Newcastle on the weekend. They had a game where they really should have won. But it was a tough battle, wasn't it? Leeds
you don't think Leeds should have? Because
the win Leeds should have won.
The wind was blowing Leeds away.
No, maybe.
Oscar, Oscar, I was listening to this game on 5 Live, yeah? On commentary, yeah, it was 1-0 Leeds. And on commentary, they said there's a penalty to Leeds, right? And they said Patrick Bamford, the man who deleted his social media after his miss against Leicester City, is about to step up and take this penalty. I told Benita, I said, he's going to miss. I said, he's going to miss. I literally said it in the car, like, she does not give a damn what's going on. I said, she's going to miss. And she was like, whatever, like, yeah, whatever. And he missed, and she couldn't believe it. She was like, oh my God, he actually missed. I said, yes, he's missed. And this is the guy he's come off social media after Leicester. I'm telling you, these people will turn up at his house. Have you been to Ellen Road? These guys went to his house.
I actually thought about the optics. I was watching the game here. I watched him miss the penalty, and I said, his manager is Sam Allardyce. This is a privately educated man. This guy went to Eton. He went to
Eton or something like that.
This guy is a posh guy. His family sit down and have prawn salad before their meal. Like,
he's a Chelsea academy player.
He comes from a good home.
His family's still living in Windsor.
He's moved to Leeds.
Leeds.
There's a whole thread about how he's actively cost Leeds games. It's not like he's missed goals like people can miss. Absolute citizen penalties he's missed this season that could have won them or drawn them games.
No, do you know what? Yeah, guys, I need to frame this moment in time. We've got a Sam Allardyce at Leeds United. I don't think you understand what kind of combination this is in 2023.
A couple games.
In 2023, we've got marching on together with Big Sam Allardyce.
They can honestly, they can march on to the championship for all I care.
Robinho.
I can't
I
stand
need
Leeds.
Leicester and Everton gone.
Yeah, I'm
I
so
need
sorry.
Leicester and Everton gone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said this already. I literally said everyone from 12 can get the heck out of this league. I want them all gone. Yeah.
Nah, bro. I need
can get
Leicester.
that.
and
Hey,
Everton
Robin,
gone,
I rate
man.
that. Chelsea's 11th. I rate that.
I need.
Hey,
Chelsea should be in the mud.
Chelsea can stay.
Your point tally is still in the 40s, blood.
Can Palace catch Chelsea? Like, can they say?
Yeah,
Yes, they can.
they're on
That's
level.
doable.
They're on the same points.
That's
Right,
doable.
okay.
What, Zaha fell well at all? That's
Wait, imagine
doable.
that.
That's it.
Shut
That's
up.
doable. While we're on the relegation, Southampton are down, guys.
Bye.
Good riddance. Good
riddance.
friggin' riddance.
Good riddance.
Make them pissed off. They can get
Ow.
friggin'. They can get gone. Okay, these lot can get gone. They friggin' get out of here.
The
Shower of
free still
absolute
hurts.
garbage.
The free still
Nah,
hurts.
man, get out of here. These undercooked raw meat pieces of crap, blood. They can get the hell out of here. These are people, yeah, Oscar. They don't score goals to save their lives. They gave me 3 at the Emirates, blood. They cost me 2. They cost me 4 points this season, blood. We've gone to St. Mary's, blood, yeah.
Southampton cost you top 4 last season, and they've cost you the league.
Blood. I'm not on it, fam. I'm not on it, blood. Let me name you their squad, blood. Look at their goalkeepers. Alex McCarthy. Come on, huh? Willie Caballero, huh? Gavin Bazunu. Apparently he's Irish. Gavin Bazunu. You're having a friggin' laugh with me. I'll tell you. Let me look at the defense. Yeah, Carl Walker-Peters, Lianco, Kelasaka Carr, James Bree, Roman Peru, Livramento, Salisu, Rarios, Bednarek, Bella Kotchap, piss off to the championship. The whole lot of you. Lavia, Gineppo, Silimanana, James Ward-Prowse, Aribo, the bloke at friggin' Rangers. Get the hell out of it. Elianusi, how old is he? Alcaraz, naff off. You know, Diallo, you want to see their centre forwards, guys? You want to hear about their centre forwards? Adam Armstrong, Che Adams, Miroslav Orsic, huh? Paul Anuachu. Oh, hell no.
Has there been a worse list of centre forwards in Premier League history?
Theo Walcott, Jimmy Morgan, Dominic Ballard. They're awful.
They're
awful.
Their forwards don't have 10 goals between them. That's the worst list of
They
forwards.
ain't got 5. They ain't got 5.
Oh my god.
They ain't got 5. Oscar, James Ward-Prowse has scored more goals for Southampton in the last 2 seasons than any other player. He's not the centre forward.
Guys,
He's a playmaker.
We've seen teams go down in this league, yeah, with a young Kelly Miller. Kelly Miller. They've gone down with a team, a Pookie.
Henry Kamara.
You know what I mean? We've seen teams go down.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Kevin Phillips.
You know what I'm saying?
Benito Carbone. We've seen teams
Benito
go down.
Carbone, blood. You know who them way?
Teams go down with a Lengman up top.
Pierre Van Hooijdonk, blood. You know what I'm saying? Oscar, give me the top goal scorer at Southampton.
They're leading the line with Che Adams.
Che, garbage. Oscar, their top goal scorer at a canter is James Ward-Prowse with 8 goals. And it's at a canter.
Huh? This guy, James Ward-Prowse, yeah, he's the take the free kicks, take the penalties, write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
Listen, James Ward-Prowse deserves a statue outside the St. Mary's Stadium. He has carried that cup.
He's going to leave and get them some money when he goes into the next season. He should demand a statue because he deserves it.
He deserves it.
He's been at the club since he was 8.
Oscar Che Adams has less goals than Dominic Solanke. Talk to me, blood.
Solanke's good.
He's got. No, I'm just saying, innit? Okay, fine. He's got less goals than Daniel Podence.
Continue.
Huh?
You heard me. I didn't stutter. I didn't stutter. He's got less goals than Dwight McNeil. All right, cool, innit? He's got less goals than friggin' Philip Billing. Come on.
You mentioned Daniel Podence. There's quite a few teams here in this relegation scrap. I don't have a clue how Wolves are not in the bottom 3 because they lose every week.
You know why? Because Julian Lopetegui's a bad boy. That's why.
Because they were smart enough.
Oh yeah,
they recruited a bad boy.
The new manager bounced.
They were smart enough to have a patch where they won enough or draw enough that is like cool now.
Let's give you the lowdown of the bottom 8. Yeah, Wolves signed Lopetegui. Palace signed Hodgson. Yeah, Bournemouth stuck with Gary O'Neill. Okay. Forest kept their manager. Everton recruited Sean Dyche. Okay, Leeds are on their 3rd manager this season. Leicester City on their third manager this season. And Southampton, Ruben Sellés, get the hell out of it. They had Nathan Jones, Sellés, and friggin' Arsenal all. Guys, you can kiss my derriere, blood. Southampton, I never want to see you again, blood. With your one tear, blood. Nah, bro, you can
They got
knock
some
off,
nice
blood.
players, though. They got some nice players in there.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Listen,
I
if
bet
raw,
Tim
if raw meat is raw, I don't care how good of a steak it could be. It's raw.
Nice
Get the
little
hell out
players.
of here.
It's
I didn't say for the top 4, but they've got some nice little players there.
It's what does Gordon Ramsay say? It's effing raw. Hey lads and ladettes, bruv. We need to wrap this shambles up, blood. Southampton, bruv. Go to hell, blood. I don't want to see you man here again, blood.
Any
Yeah?
other games to talk about?
Did Spurs play?
Up the Villa. Up the Villa.
Tottenham Hotspur, you'll always be. Ooh, nah, Emery on my mind. Ooh, nah. Hey, listen, man, like Villa, bruv. What did the expression say? Getting beaten by a Villa in Aston. I'm dying, bruv. These men there are dead. And you see Kane, yeah, shameless youth, blood, had to get that last minute goal, blood.
He's
Anything
leaving with something in it. 27 goals, you know. 27 goals.
I know it's elite stuff, blood. Man's like Allen Iverson, bruv. I'ma leave with something.
Assad asked the question and I need to answer it. He says, guys, do you think it's bad for the Premier League that Liverpool have a poor season again, yet still get top 4? I'm here to tell you something, Assad. Every single team in the Premier League for the last 10 years that has finished 4th has been a pile of garbage.
Every single one.
A garbage team.
Guaranteed.
And about 6 or 7 of them years, 3rd place was garbage too. Yeah. So don't think it's anything new.
Literally, for a while it's been.
Nah, like you
one
man need to.
team, and then everyone else has been nonsense.
The 4th place team never deserves Champions League football. Never. They're crap.
Bruv, Liverpool have won more games than Newcastle, blood, and them man are 5th, and Newcastle are 3rd. Huh?
Wait, you said what?
Liverpool have won more games than Newcastle, blood, and Liverpool are 5th, and
You see what
Newcastle
we're
are
dealing
3rd.
You see what we're dealing with? But they're saying Eddie Howe manager of the month. You see what we're dealing with?
And that's why I said I'm a bit worried for Newcastle because they got Brighton next.
Ooh, and Brighton
on
are
a European charge.
European spot as well.
Then they got Leicester, which is calm. Then they got Chelsea. Those are the last 3. So
Brighton, Leicester, Chelsea. None of those are calm.
Ooh,
Yeah, they're not calm.
that's what I said. Newcastle won. They're in
None of
slight
those are calm.
trouble.
I mean, I
And you know
think Chelsea last day you can get, but
Listen,
You never know that, but you know it's partly because of how petty some of the Newcastle players and the fans and the manager got after they lost.
And they take pictures every win.
because
What
they
do
were
you do?
moving, no, because they were moving so bitter when they lost. I'm like, oh, Arsenal are time wasting. Oh,
The assistant manager gets more pictures than the actual manager.
you know
What is going on here?
that was just pure pettiness. They were moving so salty.
I love how last week, blood, and then everyone tried to take it mainstream. Allow me, blood.
It jumped the shark so
they-
quick. I've never seen a joke go from here to here.
What it is, there's. Do you know what? Big up them, man, because there's probably youths that are our age that are running these socials, blood. Because there's no way. There's
They are. Not our age. These lot are 15.
oh yeah, no, okay, fine. Yeah, fact. But bloody hell, that was that game anyway. Let's see what else
So,
is there.
at the moment, for European spots, it's now confirmed that 7th place will be conference. So it doesn't matter what United or Figgy. So Villa
even
and
if
Spurs,
Man United won the FA Cup and finished
the
fifth,
lowest we can drop. The lowest we can drop is now 5th.
but then
it's
what
not
if
confirmed.
if you're 5th? What you mean it still goes to 7th? Why?
Because we're in the Europa League, and we've got the League Cup trophy, so it goes to 7th
Oh, League
place.
Cup is conference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought that was Europa League.
No, that's
no.
Okay.
So it's Villa and Spurs are tied on 7th
Who do I
place.
want?
but
You know
only
what, yeah?
Spurs got a goal difference.
The thing is,
So
I
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying.
Like, I want to see Spurs go to like friggin', you know what I'm saying, to friggin' Nairobi, blood, to play their Europa League conference. But at the same time, like Villa, you know what I'm saying, with a little European, you know what I'm saying.
You're not allowed to say that.
I want
You're not allowed
Tottenham
to say that.
I want Tottenham in Baghdad, fam. I want Tottenham in Baghdad playing their games.
Peter, you're not allowed to say that.
Why not?
Because
Why
you
not?
said Villa don't deserve European football.
I mean, guys, it's a miracle, though, guys. Let's not act
No,
like it's not.
You said that.
Listen, guys, let's not pretend. Lola, Robinho.
No.
This is miracle.
I said
Oscar,
it. Me and Lola said it from the start.
Oscar,
Me and Lola said it from the start that Villa should be
Oscar.
competing for Europe. And look what's
Oscar.
going on.
10 toes on this. They have enough
Oscar.
players to be fighting for Europe.
It is a miracle Villa are in Europe. It's a miracle.
It's not.
It's not a miracle.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
There's two factors here. Yeah, a lot of Villa players are garbage. I think we can all agree. Yeah, we can all agree. But the standard of the Premier League is not as high as people make it out to be. Getting Europe in the Premier League, come on. This is not a feat that should be like lauded as though it's miraculous. Villa have the capability at the beginning of the season. That's their aim going into the season. The fact that Emery was able to do it off of the deficit that Gerrard had him in. Thank you, Adrian. But yeah, that's the only thing that's a bit of a miracle. But their team is good.
Yeah, all I said was Villa's team is good enough to be fighting for Europe, which is what they were failing to do. And they're doing it now, and they can very easily get Europa or Conference. That's all I was saying.
Wait, Pete, I missed that. What did you say about Nairobi?
Yeah, he said Tottenham should be facing teams in Nairobi. I said
Like,
what?
with the debate about.
Baraka's from Kenya, man. You can't be saying them things.
No, listen, we're neighbours. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying the Europa League conference is a farce. It's not in Europe. Let's have it right. They don't play games in Europe. Let's have it right.
Respect to Jose. Respect to Jose.
I saw Jose play a game where there was 6 hours difference. They're not in Europe. They're not in Europe.
Who was the final? The final was Roma versus who again?
I want
Feyenoord,
to say
I believe.
Feyenoord.
That's two
yeah.
teams. That's
Okay. What country did they play in?
Okay.
The final. Where did
Albania.
where did they play?
Albania.
Europe and Jays,
Albania's
right?
a European country.
It's Europe and
Albania.
Jays. Don't do this to me. It's
It's Europe and Jays. It's fully a European country.
It's landlocked in Europe. It's in Europe and Greece.
So what?
It's fully
So
Europe.
It's
Eastern Europe.
So what is it?
It's
Is it closet
It's
Germany
east.
then? Is that what it is? Is it closet Germany and closet?
Like it's
Get outta here.
Madagascar off the side. No, it's
Listen,
in the middle.
Listen, you know what? Yeah, I'll tell you this now.
Peter,
Any competition.
It's like Dagenham. It's like Dagenham. It's east. It's east, but it's London.
It's not London, guys. You know what? Yeah, guys. Any competition that has the word Europa. Yeah, blood. Them man. I went to Baku, blood. That is not a European place. It's not.
Azerbaijan.
Yeah, and we played Karabag and we
This
played
is
the
hella
final. It's not racist. How can it be racist if it's not in Europe?
Why are you saying that?
Oscar, it bordered Syria.
They're in Eurovision, so they're in
It bordered Syria, guys. I was joking.
I see Azerbaijan is a regular in Europe still.
Wait,
Eurovision as well.
What's in Eurovision though? Let's have it right.
Australia in Eurovision.
These guys, man said it's in Eurovision.
Also, can I just ask you man a question? Since when was Eurovision like 6 weeks long? I feel like every Saturday is Eurovision.
I thought it's one night. Ain't it one night?
No. It's three nights. It's Tuesday, Thursday is the semis,
You have to
and
say
then the big things on Saturday.
I'll tell you, it's semis.
You haven't got to qualify.
Come
Right.
on.
Serious business.
You got to qualify. It's like European football. You got to qualify. You got to make it.
The Olympics. All 3 nights of WrestleMania. Get the hell out.
Fast.
Hey, Eurovision is a fast but it's called Euro, and there's non-European countries in it, just like the Europa League and the
Only the
Europa
one.
Conference.
Only the one. It's just Australia.
One too many. One too many, if you tell me.
Why is Israel there?
That's Israel.
Why is Israel there?
We see Israeli teams in Europe all the time.
Them man need to free Palestine. What are they doing in European competition?
No, but it's true. Though. They had the cheek to be talking about the Ukrainian war, and I'm looking at, but you're giving points to Israel.
Hey, bruv, leave Israel, blood. Otherwise, God will deal with you, blood. Leave Israel, blood.
SW6 is with me. I thought it was one night.
Bro, one and done.
Now the main thing is one night, but you have some countries that send like
Saturday?
wild
The
songs.
main thing was Saturday.
The main thing's always Saturday.
No, but was it
Well,
this
is it
Saturday that
TC?
just went?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
Big up
won?
my girl Loren.
Who won?
Banger. Sweden.
They win it every year.
The banger.
Look, Peter's the biggest casual ever. Like he doesn't know anything. He just said they win it every year. He doesn't. He has no clue.
Oscar, the last time I watched Eurovision. I think I was with you in America, blood. It was 2013. That's the last time I watched Eurovision.
I don't remember that. The last time I watched it was Euphoria when that song won.
And that's the woman who won
And it was the same thing, and I just won it again.
Wait.
Oscar, what country are they from? Oscar, what country are they from? What country are they from?
Wait,
What
Euphoria
country?
was Sweden.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's
Tell
right.
me again.
No, wait. Oh, you guys are not even clocking. You can win Eurovision, leave for 10 years, and enter again.
And she won.
And win it again.
Because she came up with another banger.
Is it on a level with Euphoria?
It's not as a banger as Euphoria. Euphoria's up there.
During the 2020 Olympics, Euphoria was my tune. Not 2020. What's the one that England had? 2012.
2012.
That's when it came. That's when she won it, and
That was my tune. I used to bang that out. Why are we talking about Eurovision? This is
UK finished. UK went from last to second, and then they went back to second last.
Germany came last though. Germany lost. The worst. They were horrible.
Hold that. Endo says, weekly question: would you guys never watch footy again or never see your friends again? I'll watch football with my family. That's fine.
I like my friends. So
Oh, that's a hype thing.
Nah,
Friends come and go.
I've thought about it.
What does that guy say from Fast and Furious? It's family.
During the playoffs, I've been trying to get into a bit of NBA. I've been watching some of the NBA games, and I'm just like, this ain't my sport. Like, how can I enjoy it? It's not mine.
NBA is rigged. I've learned that this week. NBA is stupidly rigged. It's worse than football.
I've got sports. I can watch something else. I like my friends.
Can't leave football though. Football's number one for me.
Because you're cracking.
Maybe.
That's it. Do you know what, blood? I can't lie, blood.
He said, "Fun all you, man." That's what you're saying, Peter.
I know Peter's choosing. Peter will be in a cocoon watching football. He doesn't care about anyone else.
The thing is, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I got Formula One as well, blood. But you know what I'm saying? Like, because I legit watch another sport, so like it's different for me. But I can't lie, blood. I gotta watch the Arsenal FC, blood. I can't lie. Yo, Dad, what you saying?
Yeah, for me, it's not even football. It's Chelsea specifically. If you
that's what I'm saying. Like my club,
team
man.
out, I still wouldn't pick football. Like I can't watch football without Chelsea. Sorry.
All right, Oscar, the goal of the week.
Oh, I know you lot ain't seen it, but Curtis Jones scored an absolute.
I saw that.
Scored a bang. I saw that.
And then Trent's free kick after was cold. Oh my gosh.
I can't lie.
Better than Gundogan.
Okay, Gundogan still made me jump. It still made me jump.
Oh, but it's a fast, isn't it? It's a freaking fast.
It's a fast, but it made me jump.
He
Made me jump. I was like, oh.
He caressed the ball with his fire. He did a press up.
SA wins.
Of course he does. Of course he does. Which, by the way, can I just say something, blood? Yeah, Bun Palace, blood. I've been there before.
Palace here are just a bunch of self-hating brothers. Self-hating brothers. Self-hating brothers. I'm just saying it now.
I thought they were Mandem FC.
Black Lives Matter, mate.
Blood. No, blood. But you know what I'm saying? Uncle Paddy, blood, went through the mire. Yeah, went through the Red Sea. He had to play City, Man United, Arsenal. He played everybody, yeah? Then they gave Hodgson the ease. And now Hodgson looks like the savior. Get out of here, blood. Get out of here, blood.
Oscar, scroll down to Adrian's third point, please.
Flipping hell. You know what you are, blood. You know what, yeah, AD, you could do with him in your midfield. Flipping hell with your friggin' with your walkers, with your friggin' God.
I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is, when Partey went down, if someone else stepped in, who knows? Who knows where we'd be right now? Who knows? It'd be a very different podcast.
We wouldn't have beat Newcastle.
Who's to say?
I'm just saying.
Adrian has the nerve to say
AD's midfielders need hip replacements. Allow me, bruv. Move, man.
Adrian came here and said, "Where's the Trent agenda, Oscar? The Trent agenda lies in the reason why you're fifth right now."
You were fans up doing this about talk about Trent now. He was crap before. We were allowed to make fun of him. He's in a good run of form now. He was dead before the ban was allowed to happen.
The truth of the matter is,
I can remember Pete saying, "Leave Sambi alone." That's all I remember.
Do you know how disgusting Mo Salah is? Yeah, Trent scored a free kick, right? Mo Salah lays it off and gets an assist. Disgraceful.
You know
Get
what,
him,
but
get him,
Oscar,
get him
but
right now.
Liverpool are going to buy a right back. So at the end of the day, like,
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
SW6 says surviving Sambi. Look,
Surviving
Vincent-
Sambi, good grief.
Vincent Company told me he's got everything.
Ooh, Adrian came back.
He's got
Adrian.
everything. Wait, Adrian is live. Why is Adrian commenting and he's here? Adrian's here. There's a box for Adrian voice. Speak.
But deep, I actually genuinely think if the way company was talking about Lukonga, if he doesn't take him on loan or buy him, he's a fraud as hell.
Yeah, he should. He should take him on loan. He should take him on loan at the
He's
bare
the one
minimum.
Yeah,
At the
he was
bare
all hyping
minimum.
him up, talking about all these things. Oh yeah, take him back then.
Yeah. Adrian said if company doesn't take Lukonga on loan, then he's finished. And he also said, so is Reece James why you're 11th? And it's like, no, because Reece James was never our worst player when we were losing games. Trent was
He
your
was
worst
injured most
player.
of the time.
Trent was your
And he was
worst
injured
player.
quite a bit.
Huh?
I can't give that. Reece James was injured quite a bit.
Yeah,
say
the whole thing about the
Yeah.
Bro, when Liverpool were losing, Trent was their worst player. He was the worst guy.
genuinely poor. That's why people when they Liverpool kind of like the reason why we're making fun of him wasn't justified. It was crap.
All right, I think we've agreed that goal of the week is Eze.
Yeah.
Who's third of the week?
Gundogan.
Hmm.
Gundogan.
My Brighton left back. I don't want to butcher his name, but he had a
let's do it.
fantastic game.
Go on.
I don't want to butcher his name.
Give it to us.
I'm not saying it.
What? Estopian. Estopian.
Yes.
Man said Estopian.
I
Estopian.
don't want to butcher it.
How did you announce it when he scored?
Paris Estupian.
Estopian.
Why is it yeah when it says nan?
No, Estupinan. Yeah.
Is there not a
But he
T in
had a
there?
His
fantastic game.
mic's
Fantastic.
working
He's
now.
my-
His mic's working now. When it's for pronunciation, here comes
Yeah,
Adrian.
he's always here, boy.
Let's say Paris. Paris is a lot easier.
Right.
But yeah, he's my player of the week.
Yeah, I think Gundogan for me. Stupid man. Bloody hell.
It's, and it said, I think Trent is Adrian's actual blind side.
No. Let me be real. No, but I've said it the whole time. He's not a great defender, yeah. But Carragher was saying things like, moving forwards, we're gonna have to look at another right back.
I mean, you might still.
Yeah, move him in midfield.
Right,
I
that's
don't
not
think that's a crazy
scandalous. It's
suggestion.
not scandalous.
All right.
Right. Is it Gundogan? Is it Gundogan? Yeah.
No, it's Estupino.
Oh, it's Estupinan.
Hey, David, I'm muting you.
Hey, Danger.
I'm muting you, man. What's going on over there?
Because Michael. How's Michael shy?
That's the tangent.
Bruv, my house is just a mazim, blood. I don't understand, blood.
David's house is live at 10:30, boy.
He said even people in the background are laughing.
Yeah, is it Estupinan for real? Like, do you not actually think he was that good?
Who else?
I-
Gundogan.
Yeah, I'm going Gundogan. Like,
I said Gundogan though.
Yeah, Gundo still, man.
Gundogan's been balling out these last couple of weeks, man.
And Cole will look good as well.
Yeah, Peter, speak on Colo, man. Speak on him.
Cole was a baller though. I need to. Hey, Chelsea aren't gonna play him.
He is a hater.
Cole took the ball, yeah, and I swear, not one pass made it past 3 yards, blood. I see him just lay it off. I said, okay, that's your styly. That's your
I
styly.
genuinely think he's a good player though. So I think.
What? No, guys. What on earth did Peter just say?
You heard me.
He said Colwell took the ball and not one pass made it past 3 yards. Are we gonna let him get away with this?
Yeah.
I mean,
Huh?
Have you got a diag? Have you got a diag?
I've got clips, multiple.
Against Arsenal.
You know we're talking about Ben White. He threw the ball over Ben White's head so many times. He targeted Ben White. And I'm talking about 3 yard passes. Are you mad?
Yeah, Peter.
I'm trolling, blood.
Nah, you weren't trolling.
He wasn't.
All right,
To be fair, in fairness to Colwell, actually, what's the situation with him? Is he on loan?
he's on loan.
Yeah.
Brian wants to buy him, but they won't trust him.
He's a very good centre half. I'll give him that. He played very
How
well.
old is he? 2003.
I think he's a kid in it. He's probably like what, maybe 20, 21.
No, that's insane. Nah,
He's
he
a
need.
He's a good player.
Also,
You
do you
need
know who also
saving.
had a great game that day? Welbs.
Danny
Wells had a
Welbeck.
good game.
Mensa.
Had a very good
Yeah,
game.
I know Mensa. The thing is, he's been
Adrian,
balling
Adrian,
for a while.
he's 2003. 2003. They're saying he's the
Listen,
best.
2003. That's crazy, man.
They're saying he's the best since Terry. But
Ooh.
well,
Terry?
Yeah, they're saying he's the best Cobham since Terry.
Is it there, is it?
I was Terry from Cobham.
I guess.
Tell you
Oh, I don't know why. I thought he came from somewhere. I don't know why.
Nah, Terry's an academy grad.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, I've just seen Curtis Jones' goal again. Yeah, the goalkeeper had a shocker. The goalkeeper hasn't dived.
Oh no! Like I said, Leicester are useless. Leicester are useless.
But I said at the start of the pod, there's no point in trusting anything unless they are.
Ladies and gentlemen, team of the week has to be Brighton Hove Albion.
Right.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Does Ben White
Ending dreams, shattered dreams like Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, Brighton by far, blood. Brighton were unbelievable in that. They put the game away. Do you know what I'm saying? They done well, man. They done well. They played well.
Yeah, I think we can all agree it's Brighton Hove Albion.
They've won at the Emirates 4 out of 7 times, blood.
Who is not that guy?
Who's not that guy?
That's probably more than Fabio Vieira.
Last week.
We can go to an ex-Premier League player. He scored an equalising goal in the National League playoff final.
Oh yeah, we can.
Gets to penalties. Lucky enough they win the penalty shootout, but it could have gone so horribly wrong. What's his name again? John Bostock. Yeah, you're not that guy, bruv.
He's a born again, fam. He's a born again.
So
Was playing football at 15.
Can I? I'm not that guy.
Oh yes.
What happened in La Liga?
Was it?
No, I was gonna bring something up. In La Liga.
Validate.
Yeah.
Valacarano also.
Nah, I think he did his job. I don't really understand why he's
No, he didn't because he turned his back and he blew the whistle after the ball had already been shot.
No, he didn't.
No, I watched it. He blew it after he already hit the ball.
He didn't. Like,
He did.
guys, the corner comes in. The ball is cleared. We're 1 minute over time. He blows the whistle. The guy
He
takes
blows it after the player already makes connection.
Yeah, but it's when the referee decides to put the whistle in his mouth. That's when we start. And then
No.
Stop it.
I need to watch it, but I didn't watch it that intently to see when the whistle was blown.
It makes it worse. Even if he turned his back on the play, meaning he didn't even know what was happening. Just turned away.
The game was done.
It wasn't done. That's the point.
How much time do you want to score? It was 1 minute over the added time.
It happens though, and it was literally a second. If you would have just waited a second.
I've seen so many things happen.
Who was it against? Was this the one against Sevilla?
I know which one it is. Yeah, it was.
Against Valladolid.
I think they're in the
I forget how scandalous Oscar is. Look, when time's up, time's up.
Huh?
Yeah.
So
You
why
can say
was
that
the
about
corner
Brighton got a
taken?
penalty in the 99th minute when it was 6 minutes after. I've seen Brighton get a penalty. Bruno Fernandes scored a penalty after the whistle was gone, by the way, after VAR.
Hey Robin,
So
what happened in that same fixture 2 years before?
That's pathetic.
When United scored after the
Bruno
freaking
Fernandes
full-time
scored a
whistle.
penalty.
Okay, look, guys.
But that's VAR. I didn't know VAR could operate after full time. That's something I learned. VAR could operate after full time.
The ball was cleared. The referee said the game's done.
No, the thing is, I would hear you if you blew it.
No, this is a howler.
Thank you.
I can't believe Oscar's defending this. He's a criminal.
But the ball was gone, Peter.
No,
At what point do we blow the whistle?
That's my point.
Why is he blowing the whistle? The
Thank you.
guy's having a strike
Look at
on
the minute.
goal.
Look at the minute.
That's what I'm saying. If he blew it the second it got cleared, I'd hear it, but he didn't. He blew it.
You know what?
after.
Like, do you know what? I'm watching it again. Like,
Peter, hear me?
I'm not hearing you. He blew it after it got cleared, not before it.
Scandal.
No,
He blows it before. He blows it before.
Okay, two things. He blows it before he's taking the kick, but he watches the player about to kick this ball and he blows it. He's got a bet on. There's a brown envelope.
Before the kick is taken.
There's a brown envelope. There's a brown envelope. Oscar.
Bro,
Watch
guys,
the replay.
He's perfectly justified.
Don't show it. Don't show it, Thea. We don't want. Don't show it. I'm not trying to get this.
I ain't gonna catch up.
No, you can't. You can only do pictures. I know this.
I'll show you the thing.
Guys, the ball is so far away from the box. He has to blow the whistle.
Look, blood. How can you raise your hand?
You see what I mean?
Nah, he's scandalous.
You see what I mean? Peter, look how far he's outside the box. Blow the whistle.
No, but you don't have to blow the whistle. You can see the brother literally doing it.
Do, because the game is over. The game is over. Nah, you don't do the most. The minute said +4, it's +5 now.
We've seen games that go
minimum. Added time is minimum. Added time is a minimum stop time.
Okay,
it says minimum added time.
Okay. Question. Where is the threshold when you can blow the whistle? Because I know
when he's not about to kick the ball.
Nobody's gonna shoot. Nobody's shooting on goal.
When you're about to shoot, that's when I have to press play. What?
Oh my God!
You don't have to blow.
The whistle was already in his mouth. He had to.
I've seen Red have it in the mouth and then blow it though. You have to blow it.
Look, what you've seen is incorrect.
That referee is not that guy, bro.
My referee earned his pay this week. Great decision.
Do you know who's Semi not that guy? Semi.
Who?
FC Barcelona.
Why?
They're not that guy at Jace.
Why?
Because obviously they won the league in their city rival stadium. These men were dancing,
lap it up,
and giving it large. And then they got chased down. They got chased down the tunnel.
Don't forget, I think Rayo are from Madrid, aren't they? I think it's in Madrid, so they were given this.
No, Espanol, bro.
It's Espanol.
Espanol.
Yeah.
They've done an Arsenal on Spurs. I hear that, bro. I hear that.
Nah, big man. Hey, listen, Pete. We weren't doing laps. We weren't dancing around in a circle around the center circle, bro.
Right. They were dancing around in a circle, dude.
We took a blow up trophy, like.
Barca fans weren't allowed to be there, so they were just celebrating in front of Espanyol fans because Barca fans weren't there. So they were literally, because like with the Spurs,
the fans did because they knew they weren't in ends.
You can say the Arsenal
literally got chased down the tunnel. I couldn't believe it.
We went out Spurs.
Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say when we went out Spurs, we were at least kind of celebrating to our fans, to tap us being in their stadium. Barcelona fans weren't there, so Barcelona were just literally just dancing around.
Yeah, but like, I would understand it. I would understand it if they went to celebrate with like in front of the fans. I can understand that, but they were celebrating in the middle of the pitch.
Man were doing ring around the roses in the middle of their pitch.
But question though. If Man United win the league in your pitch and there's no fans and they're just dancing on your pitch,
in my face.
Right.
I'm telling you the floodlights. I swear down.
Bro. I'm not getting banned. I'm not getting banned for no reason. You tell me I can't come back afterwards. No.
I'm banned for that.
It's catching outside, isn't it?
I'm not catching a ban, bro.
Also, I you lot work in stadiums, so you know more than me. But I don't think you can ban someone from a football game. I just don't believe.
Bro, there's enough. Hey, there's enough footage, bro.
Like, if I get banned from Stamford Bridge, I'm coming back next week. What are you gonna do?
Oh, yeah, Oscar. Once I see you, bro, you're getting booted out again.
You don't think the stewards are brief, blood? You don't think we got a mugshot of you, fam?
You don't know what stand you're gonna be in. You don't know where to look.
No,
every steward's got a turnstile, bro. Every steward's got that picture. They've all got it, blood. It's in the briefing.
No, they haven't. How many people are banned from the Emirates? There's like 100 people banned. They don't know the faces.
Oscar, the minute I see you, bro, you're out, man. Hey.
And the fact that you came in again, you're getting a double ban, blood. What?
Yeah.
If I get banned from any ground,
I've got nothing to lose.
just to prove a point.
You ban me, I've got nothing to lose. You could people ban me.
Test out. Go to when Luton get promoted. Go to Luton. Go back again.
I'll tell you what.
You can roll in there with blades. Don't worry about Luton.
Balotelli's only premises says, I guarantee you'll be booted out of the Matthew Harding Lower. Matthew Harding Lower has like 6 entrances. Yeah, there's no way all of these stewards know who's banned and who's not. There's no way.
Oscar, we know.
Also, I have a question. What happens if the steward is one of your boys or your girls?
That's what.
And they let it slide.
They'll let you in. Yeah?
He's
Then
extra
you-
at Stamford Bridge.
But then they're
Tell them about their pre-match briefing. You know what I'm saying? They get them out there posted, blood. If you see this brother, boom.
What? One mask. One
Hey,
mask.
listen, you see Stamford Bridge, yeah? I'm pretty sure the camera coverage ain't that great anyway, bro.
Oscar will grow his hair out and grow a beard, so he'll be fine.
Hey, that
man.
Stamford Bridge is Stamford Bridge, blood, flipping it.
Adrian said Oscar will grow a
I
beard.
can't lie. I agree with Pete because I
You see
have seen
Oscar with
man that
locks
try
in
to
the
get
Matthew
into Old
Harding
Trafford.
sense.
Once they're banned, they get booted real quick.
What happens to you? I got you, Oscar. Hey, that's love, man. That's love.
Let them try to friggin', you know.
Hey, next season you need to get me some tokens, man. Them drinks are a bump. I need some drink tokens. That's what I need.
Oscar's the only black guy in the Matthew Harding anyway. You stick out like a sore thumb.
That's a lie. There's like 7 or 8 of us.
So there's 8 man. There's 8
Right, there's at least one time I counted double figures. What are we doing?
I saw the Dudley boys, but they said, yeah, there's one that's black, there's one that's mixed race. You know what I'm saying? Even then, he's not even mixed race. Do you know how much of a fast wrestling is? Another subject for another day.
Oh,
Speaking
of stewards,
yeah.
now quick question: what is Vincent Kompany doing at the Emirates? Why is he there? Like, why is he in shit?
He's trying to get the Congo on loan.
That's so random.
I don't understand why is it random. I don't understand why everyone was perplexed by this. He's a manager. Like managers go to games.
Yeah, managers go to games all the time. He's a guest of Mikel's.
This was random, but I think he's also playing. He's just mates with Mikel as well.
Yeah. And Burnley have been promoted to the Premier League. Their season's done. He's got nothing else to do. What was funny is that there was more questions about Kompany than Roman Kemp, who was next to him.
That was funny. I don't know why.
Who cares about Roman Kemp?
It's just hilarious seeing him sit there.
What I can't find funny is that there's more questions about him than Roman Kemp.
It's just hilarious. You got Kompany there sitting there, and you just got Roman Kemp right next to him. It's hilarious.
I don't think there's a single person that.
And then you got Vinay next to him, bruv. Looking
Yeah,
like I don't understand, bruv. What was going on there?
Oh, Vinay.
He's a double centurion. He can do what he likes. No one says that. That's not a thing that people say.
No one
Is he?
No one said double centurion.
Well, when did he do the other one? Oh, with Burnley.
Ooh.
Arsenal stewards ain't on smoke. They're too friendly. One brother stuck it on man, and they were shook.
Hey, listen, blood. Yeah, agency.
Speak about your stadium.
Agency.
That's the thing. My whole point. Look, a steward is not a bouncer. Like,
I lie.
they're there to assist you into the ground.
Oh no, that's wrong. I have seen some wild stewards.
My friend, I'll tell you, he's got the. Let me tell you, there was some huge overweight blood, like legit, like off the curb at Stoke City, blood. I was at Stoke City, yeah. There are stewards, yeah, who are 200-300 pounds easy. Easy.
With the BMIs and the reds.
If you run, that man have got the 35-40% body fat, blood. If you run like you blood. Anyway, guys, let's move on. I'll tell you what's about that guy. Italian football, yeah? And I'll tell you why. Did Mandem see AC Milan lose 2-0 to Spezia on the weekend?
Big up the ultras.
How can the ultras come to tell you to come over? The players to a man came over. And the manager, Stefano Pioli, came with them and listened to the ultras berate them. Berate them, yeah? And they're
Peter. You know Peter.
No.
You know Italian football.
No.
You know if they didn't come to them, they will be to them by fire or by force.
No,
they will be at their houses. They will be
it's not a democracy, Robin. It's not a democracy. Bro. You need to let them feel the long arm of the law, blood. How can you tell me to come over to you, blood? Yeah? Whoa, pause. But the thing is, you can't tell me that the manager's there like this, nodding to what the ultras are berating them. I'm like, nah. So at some point, you just have to say, this is a load of BS. We need to stop this. Since when can the ultras run the football club? Nah, man. Ultras running
Peter, ever since the Juventus ultras bought rocket launchers, I said it's over. So it's never been the same.
They're going on like they're in the army. They're not fighting no war. I'm saying like, you lost 2-0 to Spezia. Firm it, blood. Firm it, blood.
I think it's all because like their Champions League campaign for next season's in tatters.
And we lost 2-0 to friggin' Inter. Yeah, it's peak. Right.
Inter.
Oh man. Anyway, let's basically let me think. Let's just basically wrap this up because it's mad late.
We got some Champions League football.
There's Champions League football. Manchester City or Real Madrid, who's going through? Real quick.
I told you. You already know this. Harlem Brace.
Yeah, City, bruv.
You already know.
Listen,
Madrid.
his name is Vinicius Junior.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep saying it every time it happens. He just comes up.
Until proven incorrect, I'm gonna lean towards Champions League heritage and say Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Cut your eyes what you want. Heritage matters.
Nah, I gotta go City. I gotta go City at home.
Yeah. If Real Madrid win this game, we're coming back to cook you again. We're doing another thing where we're cooking you.
Why?
How could Pep Guardiola bottle the Champions League again? He can't. He cannot. He cannot. I'm coming back for Peter. If they
Listen, I believe in Don Carlo. I
The thing is
believe.
that I'm not gonna use an East game. I'm leaning towards Madrid because of heritage.
For a long time, I believed in the City treble, and it looked unlikely in the league, but I believed. So I'm believing again.
Wow. Honestly, I will not have a case. It's just Madrid is judged. That's it. That's all I would say. That's all I would say. Okay. Yeah, that would be. I mean, I don't even mind if Pep Guardiola goes and does it, man. I'll be happy for him. What's the other semi-final? The Milan derby. Is it done? Is it Inter's?
That's done.
Inter's to lose?
Because AC are just
You man doubted last week and said AC. I said no. I believe in my Inter. I believe.
AC Milan have been horrid.
AC Milan without Rafael Leao, you saw the difference.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, mate.
Can you talk to me about Edin Dzeko?
He's done it again, John. Semi-final of the Champions League. Wait. Oscar, hear this. Oscar, he's got 20 Champions League goals since he turned 30. Since he turned 30, he got 20 Champions League goals.
For years and years, I have told Peter, Edin Dzeko is not one to be played with. And Peter's never tried to hear it. Never. City, no. Roma, no. Even now, still not hearing it. Man took Bosnia to the World Cup. Peter weren't trying to hear it, man.
Whatever, bro. Yeah, okay, Inter to go through. In terms of the big games this weekend, I mean, the Premier League feels like it's almost complete, isn't it?
Yeah,
Newcastle are playing Brighton on the Thursday. And then...
I think that's a Brighton win, you know. I can't lie.
Oh, Brighton. Oh, Seagulls. On the weekend, what's juicy? You know, Man United at home to Bournemouth at home to Man United. Liverpool at home to Villa. That's not on TV. Stinker. Not on TV.
Yeah, it's a 3 p.m.
3 p.m. And also Forest at home to Arsenal. 5:30 kickoff on Sky Sports. West Ham at home to Leeds. Brighton at home to Southampton. City at home to Chelsea, where Chelsea could give City the guard of honour. City at home to Chelsea. 4 o'clock.
We'll do it, man. We will do it. We will finger poke of doom, man. We're going to lay down 3 points.
And then Monday Night Football is Newcastle at home to Leicester City, where we'll be doing the Top 4 podcast. Guys, anything else before we wrap up? All right, then.
I'm done.
I'm
done.
Quite literally. I'm just waiting for this league to be finished.
Yeah, I need the season over, mate. I'm done.
It's still on, people. Make sure you come and check us next week on the Top 4 podcast. On the top, hey, listen, mathematically, bro. On the Top 4 podcast, make sure you share, like, and subscribe at Top 4 Podcast on Twitter, on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and then Instagram as well. Make sure you give us a follow. Give us a follow on Twitter, and make sure you like this video right now. Smash a like. Until next week, Monday. Peace.
Peace, people.